audio levels seem to be working. And it says we're live. So yeah, welcome back everyone for our 22nd episode. It doesn't feel like we've done that many, but yeah, 22nd episode of the American D&D we've been doing. We left it off a bit short, and last week we've been. You guys are stuck in, if you remember, in a vampire town in the west. You are there to make sure that the chicken supply gets to the colonel okay, and if so, he will help you with your overarching mission with some supplies and some assistance and so on. Last week you had you finished a conversation with a vampire called Shane, and then carried on a conversation with the Reverend of the town, trying to find out whether or not there is an uprising going off. You tracked them back to a mine, a disused mining town, a couple of miles north of the vampire town, and you headed up there after a fair bit of discussion and toing and froing, and you found that the town deserted. Uzalu is currently setting up a watch outside the mine entrance. Everybody else has gone into the mine at this point in time. And are you happy with that particular setup? And if so, Uzalu, I need to do a few 5-minute sort of checks with you as to how long you want to wait outside, whether you want to stay there for the whole time, and if so, I need to do a couple of rolls for you for a few potential things that may or may not happen.
If I remember correctly, we're in these mines because we're trying to frame the Reverend for something.
You're trying to find evidence that there is an uprising happening, and who may or may not be involved. Yes, you had intelligence coming back from Medes the owl that there were some gunshots and so on going off there, and he saw what looked like Shane and the Reverend summarily executing somebody outside the mine entrance, and that person's basically bursting into flames after being shot with a gun that seemed to kill him pretty much outright on the spot, which for a vampire, that is a very, very dangerous weapon. So yeah, that information has come back to you. You didn't share that information with Sandy, who is there with you, is the a vampiress that the Baron has the friendly Baron Argelak has sent with you to be your guide in the area and his eyes and ears. So yeah.
Well, in terms of being happy about being outside, I'm not happy that we're here in the first place. This seems stupid. we know in advance they have anti-vampire weaponry, and our most powerful party member, it seems, probably is a vampire. Who I'm not sure they even know that they have anti-vampire weaponry.
Well, no one's told her.
And there's
you actively didn't tell her.
Yeah, and I think maybe we should. There's any number of vampires here in a dark cave. Literally, the only one of our party members is ambiguously betrayed us. We don't know yet when it'll happen, but it probably will. The only advantage we have, is that the mine
is a coal mine.
Is for something flammable.
Yeah. Yeah, I was waiting for you to.
We should just set fire to the whole thing and leave it. But
that's what I've been
advocating. To gather information. Oh.
No, I've been advocating the same thing as Uzalu, that we just blow the shit out of this place.
Fair enough. So,
however, I'm not waiting outside out of cowardice or out of refusal to participate. I'm waiting outside. I think someone recommended that I keep watch outside, and I think it does make some sense.
Fair enough. In that case, I would like you to do me a perception and survival roll.
Can I leave the hours?
Survival?
Yeah.
How long is he trying to live out there?
It's more of a nature and a creature.
Nature's a separate thing,
I suppose.
Well, good to hear my survival's in question. Imagine how bad it is for the rest of you.
I am a firm proponent on people rolling for survival on any situation where they might die.
So what am I? Sorry,
Yeah.
perception and survival. Did you say?
Actually, no. Coat is right. Yeah, roll me a nature check and roll me a perception check, if you would be so kind. Okay. As
I can
you
see everything except the stinging nettles I'm surrounded by.
Yeah, that's right. You are aware of. It does seem eerily quiet around there as far as creatures and so on. There doesn't seem to be an awful lot. You have noticed some bats would had taken up root in some of the buildings, but other than that, you've not really noticed much other than there's a distinct absence of creatures in the area. What you have noticed is you whilst you're looking around is you've noticed the place where the vampire was executed, and that there is indeed sort of a pile of ash there, and any particular equipment that was lying around there. If you want to do a thorough search of that area, I will let you know anything you would like to know about that area.
I think I might. Thank you. I think I might lie low for now. However, I do want to make sure that there are no bats like in the same room as me, because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but we are dealing with vampires, and Trig has made sure to specify that there are bats in the mine area. Something that our characters probably would have noticed. I don't think I'm metagaming there.
Nope.
Given that we're dealing with vampires and we know they can turn into bats.
The
So
main
are there
issue
any in my immediate vicinity? Or
There are.
Am I alone in the room?
When you went into the building, you made sufficient noise for any bats that were there to fly out rather rapidly from that building. There aren't any that you would notice, and that you've noticed in there, and you have had a look around. You're in a deserted building at the present moment.
Good. I think I could set up a cordon of arrows at my position just in case I don't notice something that they do.
That's a really solid idea.
I mean, they'll probably be inside the building, but I guess could I just set them up at? I don't have the map, but I think there was a relatively open area near the mine entrance that I'm also overlooking.
Let's bring the map up for you for the outside of the mine quickly, so that I can see it, and let's switch the view for the players over quickly. You're quite right. Let's deal with this.
Also, another quick question: what type of creature are the vampires in this rule set?
What type of creature?
Would they be fiends, undead?
They are not fiends. Undead is not a terrible description for them, actually. I would happily classify them as a type of undead. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I've got. Go on.
They're not fiends though. They're not actual
Okay.
demon class.
That's fine.
Things.
I've got two things to do then. First, the cordon of arrows, which I'll mark the position for in a sec. We'll do cast at level 2 is the only one I can do, I think. Level 2, and I also have this, which I will use both. I will touch myself, as it were, and give myself the protection.
Protection from good and evil. Yep. Concentration up to 10 minutes and so on. Elementals, phase, fiends, undead. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls. The target can also be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, or frightened, or possessed by such creature, the target has advantage for a saving throw against it. Fair enough.
Actually, I never realized it was for charming. Maybe that would help with Kiki. Well, I mean, it would have helped with Kiki before she got charmed, I guess.
Yep. As you can see, I'm just
new saving throw.
Drawing a little sort of thing on there, which is within your view. There is a post that obviously the vampire was chained up or tied up onto, shot, and there was a pile of ash at his feet, or at the feet of where the vampire was standing.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay, understood. I've marked there with
you could
the
use
3
that
lines.
to make some banging potions, man.
Maybe. I mean, if Skyrim's taught me anything, vampire dust is one of the best alchemical ingredients.
You know what? If you wanted to collect some, and potentially play around with that as something like that, or maybe sniff a line or two, you're
I was
welcome
about-
to.
I was gonna suggest eating some to see its effects.
Uh-huh.
Yes, bro.
Thank you, Skyrim, for useful advice. But I don't...
Its effects summon vomit. It's
Even
summoned
better
my
is-
lunch. Sadly, my lunch is now undead.
Enables you to cast a spell rapid expulsion.
So yeah, that's that. You are there. You've got a pretty good view of the area, and at this point in time, there is nothing, no creatures or anything apart from, as I said, you noticed there was some bats when you moved in there, but you're not seeing anything at the present moment. You're fairly quiet. If anything changes on that front, I will let you know. Certainly for a good period of time. That's probably not going to change, at least for now.
Okay.
Getting back to the mine, guys. Uzalu has your back. There was no one coming into the mine behind you. Did you want to leave Medes out there to assist? Uzalu? You okay?
Need to go out and scout.
Right. Well, in that case, we will just yeet Medes from that area. And yeah, okay, Uzalu, you will have some
Couldn't
extra.
Medes, like, scout ahead of us instead?
I was about to say,
Yeah, that would be great, but you know,
I mean, we already have
Yeah.
someone
we
watching
do
our
have
back.
we could put the robot dog forward. For
Yeah.
that,
has does Uzalu know that Medes is going to be helping, and has he specified to the Cordons and Varros not to attack it?
And the
Can
Cordon
we assume every time I make the Cordon of Arrows that I'm specifying don't attack any of the party
yeah,
or their pets?
I will allow that. Yes.
Oh, you're not gonna be like that other game where I had to specify every time after the battle. Yes, I pick up my
Jesus.
big old javelins that I threw.
Oh, that's so sad.
I thought you were going to say every time I use the Cordon of Arrows, I have to name every character and their pets, and if I miss one, they get skewered.
Jesus Christ.
In this particular case, I'm not going to do that.
This game's bogged down enough.
Yeah, quite. I'm not suffering from
appreciate it, Trig.
that level of autism. Right,
When we
no,
get to the silver mine, that'll be a weight off my mind.
indeed, quite. Right, so guys, you're in the mine. Would you like to roll me all a perception check, please?
Man, this place is horrible. It's like Chicago. All I can see is black.
Always perception, bro.
Yep.
And I feel like I'm in danger.
Okay. Sparky, Kiki, you notice that there is some
Oh my god.
and Di. In fact, there are definitely
Die
some
with the bipolar rolls.
some small glints of silver in the walls of this mine.
Fuck off.
Really?
Find that polished coal, i.e. jet.
Right, quick. I
Uh-huh.
want to stop everything we're doing. I want to go to the vault and examine this to see if it actually is silver.
Trick trying to bring back trauma.
I'm not. I was just joking. That was purely for lose.
I know.
No, it
All of us
is
can bring it back.
indeed.
Just need to have some PTSD.
It is indeed a coal mine. You are not noticing at the present moment any signs of life within the coal mine.
Really?
Yep, none at all.
So
are we-
and Kiki are now dead.
Pardon?
Are there any signs of unlife?
There's no signs of unlife. No, it is quiet. There is some light in there. I don't know if you've got any light sources in there, but it is dimly lit. There definitely
We've
was.
got Fluffy.
Ah, you've got Fluffy. Yes, good. I have put some light sources in there.
My dark vision goes far as well.
Yeah, there are some light sources in there that you can't make out where they're from at the present moment. In front of you, it is deathly quiet in there. It does feel somewhat foreboding. It's got a slightly damp smell as well coming from in front of you as you start to head down into the side of this hillside. But you do not detect anything within within visual range. No traps at this present moment in time.
Does True Sight reveal anything?
True sight does not reveal anything. What I would say is certainly for the first 75-80 feet of where you're heading down that rail line, you would not detect. There is nothing there, though, and you're pretty confident.
You know, the moment Trig says my name, as in, now we've got some gameplay for you, we're all doomed. Because it's like, Uzalu, there is a gang of vampires approaching. Looks like they were out hunting. There's 7 of them. Oh, good. Well, at least we get a bit of forewarning. I'm just waiting for that moment now.
What is this? Is this a mat or a trapdoor?
That is that over there. That is just some plankings. What is that actually? Is there is some sort of doorway there? Yeah, you're right, a trapdoor.
Oh.
Would you like to go over there and? Yep.
Can I open it?
You can indeed. From as you in fact yeah, roll me your perception for 420. I'll let your 20 roll over onto that. You find a rope attached to a device on there that allows you to lift the hatchway up. It's a large hatchway, and as you lift it up, it is just darkness like you've never known before down there, and it feels like a giant pit that seems to go off straight down. You've no idea how deep it goes. Would you like to try and find out?
Yeah, I'm gonna light a torch and drop it down the hole.
Okay.
That sounds like a bad idea. This is a coal mine.
Why do that when you have people who can Okay, I have bonfire as a cantrip. We don't have to lose anything for me to just have some fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's.
Can we not set fire to the flammable mine while we're in it?
I
Yeah.
genuinely hadn't considered that.
Also, don't we all have dark vision?
Yes, you do, but the dark
Yeah,
vision
we have
only
to,
goes so
yeah.
far, and that is just dark all the way down. You drop the torch.
That's a good point, it is 60.
A lit torch, please.
You drop a lit torch down there, and it's a bit like that scene in the Mines of Moria. It just seems to drop and drop and drop and drop and drop, and then after many seconds, you see it ricocheting off the side of the tunnel. Some sparks that continues to be a light, and then the light goes out, and then several seconds later, you hear a plop sound come echoing
Fool
up.
of a potato!
Whatever
Looks
it
like
hit
a
down
well.
there, there is indeed water down there.
Thank God. We could have all just died just now, by the way.
Well, the whole thing about
Like-
Kiki, we did say Kiki was going to betray us, and
Like,
that was
that was-
pretty.
Can we just all
wouldn't
acknowledge
have
that
died.
that was very stupid?
Yeah.
I mean,
Please.
I
Okay,
would've been
I just, yeah, I know you would be, Uzalu. Fucking.
Sorry, what are we
You'd
trying to
love if that
accomplish here
happened
again?
to us. Bro, what's this?
What is what? Where are you? Right. Okay.
I left these
Okay. Okay. That is again. That is basically it's a pit that's with some sort of liquid in it. It's if you had a light source there, it would have a slight rainbow pattern on the top of that liquid. It looks like a black
Rainbow
liquid,
pattern.
but yeah, it would reflect light in a
Holy
in
shit.
a kind of a rainbowy kind of
You're
way.
in East Palestine.
Yeah, it's got a slightly oily feel to it. As you are where you are at the present moment,
We can get some backup if a former president comes to visit.
let me
Did you not hear about that happening in East Palestine?
Yeah.
FEMA said no aid. Then Trump
Yeah.
said, "I'll visit," and then FEMA said, "Oh, yeah, aid? No, absolutely."
Yeah,
Literally an hour later,
he
after it was announced
he
Trump was visiting,
rocked up with loads of water bottles
Yeah.
and so
and
on.
then walked amongst the people, and lo, did his small amount of cash that he had in hand. Feed the masses. It fed at least 40 men and women. Lo, he cometh to the McDonald's,
He did.
and
He
the
put
food does not expireth.
massive amounts of
He
McDonald's
he
and water.
walked among his
Yeah.
fellow
He
men,
walked
you know.
among the
And
people.
then Pete Buttigieg turned up a day or two later and was generally blanked everyone and was dressed up like a
Yes.
builder.
Yeah, you wouldn't see it though. Trump, man. What a dude.
Right, you get to where you are and you notice that the railway tracks seem to run into what looks like a rock, blocking the edge of the tunnel. And
Right, can you check this?
further searching, you find that there seem to be rocks blocking all of the tunnels at the present moment. Would you like to roll me another perception check?
Sure.
Nothing.
I
Right.
knew it couldn't last.
Okay. Both Cope and Az notice that rock is not the same color as the rocks and the walls of the tunnel around it.
Is it coal? Is it?
It's not. It is a rock that doesn't seem to match the surfaces of the other rocks. That
Is there like runes on it or anything?
No, just rock.
I will share this information with the rest of the party that rock does not look like the other rocks.
Nancy, I reckon you can shift it.
I mean, can it be shifted?
You
I
want to?
mean,
Are you going to
maybe
give it?
follow.
Are you going to go over there and give it a go?
Guys, I don't think this is gonna work.
I'm assuming this is oil, by the way.
This
by
is
the
this is
rainbow.
yeah. It's a fair assumption.
So this rock, is it?
This
we're talking about?
that rock there does not look like the rocks of the walls of the tunnel else.
Alright. Do I see any kind of like lever or anything? Can I wiggle the rock?
Can you wiggle the rock?
Yeah.
Describe to me what you're doing to this.
I mean,
this,
I'm grabbing
this
it
giant
and trying...
boulder that's
Yeah, I'm testing how heavy is this thing? Like, is it like a slab that can be lifted up? Like it looks thicker than it actually is, or is it just a gigantic rock there?
the gigantic rock
Dwayne.
that's there.
Okay, well, guys, I'm afraid we can't go this way.
Are we able to peek past it on any side?
You can give it a look, and you can see that there is a tunnel that goes beyond it in the background, but it looks like there has been a rock that is placed there. It is blocking human-sized sort of passage down there.
Can I see any coal or whatever on the other side?
You can see more tunnels. Perhaps more railway line. Even you catch maybe a glimpse of it, but by and large, that's a big rock. As I said, it is a lighter coloured rock. It doesn't seem to be,
Doesn't answer my question of if there's coal past it.
I mean, there's potentially. I don't think you're deep enough yet to get to the coal. But this is more of a early days in the mine. It's you just started to go underground. Hold on a second. Who's scurrying off up there? Actually, you've noticed that there is another rock similar at the other tunnel, and then at the top there is yet another rock, all of the same kind of ilk.
So far we've walked in, and it's essentially almost a dead end everywhere.
So have I seen any coal?
You have not seen any coal. You've seen oil.
Yeah,
Where was that?
These
filling some potion
green-looking
bottles with
pools there seem to have a kind of oily-looking appearance to them.
I'm guessing I can just dip and fill these bottles, right?
You can dip and fill some bottles. How many bottles did you like to fill?
I've got 3.
3? Okay, yeah, you have filled 3 bottles with a dark, sticky oily substance.
Trick, can I roll perception while looking down into here?
Down into, sorry, where?
Like, this way.
That way, yeah, sure.
To the darkness, like, do I hear anything?
No. No.
Anyone else get the distinct feeling that this is a giant explosive trap?
Yep.
I get the distinct feeling that apparently there's no coal.
No, not this deep. I mean, it is a disused mine. Coal seems usually quite deep and quite thin. This is early days in the mine. You're not having to stoop over. You've got a roof space, shall we say, over your head. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you a clue. Would anyone like to roll Arcana?
Oh, why not?
Okay.
Okay, Archie, you noticed that that perhaps these rocks that you've noticed are a different color might not be. There's something distinctly iffy about them, and they might be an illusionary of nature. But they do seem to be rather solid. Although, yeah.
Oh, is this Dark Soul logic where we have to hit it with a sword to dispel it?
Why don't you try that?
You haven't
Oh.
mentioned it to us yet.
Yeah, punch it like really hard.
Oh God! All right, well, will I try that with this then?
With that one, sure.
I don't think it's gonna work, guys.
Are you gonna punch it full on as hard as you can?
I mean, I'm not gonna break. Listen, I'm not gonna try and break my hand here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna give it a good whack, but not like full on.
Okay. It's a
What
rock.
do I roll?
Do a physical attack of some sort.
Strength
Do a
roll?
punch, yeah. Sure. Okay, you punch it really hard. That's definitely a rock, and if you weren't wearing armored gloves, you'd probably have quite sore knuckles from that. But yeah.
I'll just walk
I
it
would
off.
like to try
I'll
something.
walk it off for a bit.
I'm going to walk over to the rock, put my hand on it,
Uh-huh.
concentrate for a second, and then do this.
Ah, okay, fantastic.
I believe this does extra damage because it's a rock.
Yeah, that's
And I'm specifically targeting the rock, not the ground in general.
that
I love how you
That
let-
was a pretty powerful spell to just cast, but alright.
Yeah.
I love
2
how you
dots
let
extra
guys
damage to a
punch it
rock.
first.
Or at 10.
okay. What tier rocket? Sorry, tier spell is that?
But what's the question?
Tier spell is that? So
That is a second level spell.
good.
It's quite a good spell too.
Yeah,
Mm,
that
that's
the
quite damage.
illusion disappears. And hold on a second.
And everyone knows we're here. Yay!
I mean, we haven't exactly been, quiet about things.
Quiet
We
isn't
aren't
exactly
now.
our MO.
Okay.
Shall we?
So you do what? Sorry. Stay where you are. Come back some squares, because you as the smoke clears from the as the illusions disappears. You hear some breathing. Quite heavy breathing noises actually, and as the as your eyes adjust to the darkness in there, you notice that There is a rather confused-looking beastie that is actually not facing that direction at the present moment. Is looking around, trying to work out where the hell it is, and I think it's time to start combat
Hey, no, parlay with
Why
it.
is it
One of your kind.
confused?
because it's just appeared out of nowhere from another realm.
Oh god, this is like some.
No, you're a demon. You can parlay with it.
That is true. If you'd like to,
I mean, I can attempt to. Do I roll something for that?
Why don't you say hello?
You are right there.
it looks around, and the moment it sees you, it sort of makes fairly angry noises, mutters something about, "This isn't Gargarax's house! Who are you, humans?"
Oh, not again!
I mean, humans. There's
No.
demons here.
Well, there's
No,
just
no,
one
no, no,
demon.
no humans here.
Hey, wait, hey, we're just as confused here.
I wonder how easy it would be to set fire to the entire mine. Yeah.
Probably very easy.
So,
I mean,
Di,
it's cold, so I guess it would take a bit
you-
of persuasion to get started.
are you actively trying to talk to this and avoid combat? Is that the
Well, yeah. I mean, if we
Okay.
can.
I will assist because I
Oh,
also
she's
speak
learned from me.
Infernal.
Oh, God.
This is such a stark contrast to you in my campaign in Wizards in Space. Would you like to talk to it? No, I want to shoot it in the face, even though it's surrendering. Right between the eyes, roll high.
Listen, I was a different person. All right.
Well, I wonder how the any sort of recurrence of that show would go then. Instant reaction, die.
Oh no, I
rapidly
would
jumps to
no,
diplomacy.
I would never. I would always play the same way with that character.
Especially when there are elves involved.
Yes.
Actually, I didn't hate the elves as much as everyone else around me for whatever reason.
You
Except
hated
for,
everyone else around you more than you
Ye-
hated elves. Wow.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
You all hated the dwarves at one point as well. It was a
Well.
roller coaster who you could trust.
Trust no one.
So? Has everyone that's going to be in combat started combat and rolled for a combat roll? That's Fluffy, Cecilia, Chief rather, the Devil. Atsu, what are you saying to avoid combat with this?
I mean, just can you move, my guy?
He growls rather angrily at you, going, "What? Why am I here? Why have I been summoned?
I mean,
You whore!
that's what.
Tell him, speak to me now, devil whore!"
I don't know. You just appeared. I'm just as confused.
I was on my way to a party. We were expecting babies and blood and fun, and now I'm here. This place stinks of coal and oil and humans.
Ah, with Mr. Epstein.
He's a demon, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Seems about right.
That's where I was going with that too.
Perhaps he means Mr. Gates' part.
I mean,
What's the difference?
can you go back? Can you just leave?
No, I can't go back. You've summoned me here. There I was walking to my friend's house, and suddenly the portal grabs hold of me and pulls me to here. Somebody better pay me in blood.
How would you normally get back?
You can't understand this, as only
I
Di
speak
can.
Infernal.
You speak Infernal. Okay, then yes, you understand this.
So I asked him, how would one such as him normally get back?
I'd never been here before. I don't know. I haven't even thought of this. Normally, we get summoned here, we run amok and so on, and then something either happens to us and we get popped back, or I don't know.
Huh.
Now,
I mean,
to give this from my perspective, right? I'm standing out here. They've walked into this desperately dark, dangerous mine. 5 minutes pass, and all I hear is demonic shouting echoing up through the mine shaft.
Yes, you hear.
You also probably heard Ez's shatter spell, actually, which probably could have alerted you.
Yes, you would have definitely heard that.
That noise is deafening, by the way. It's a loud spell.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in a mine, so that was probably really painful for all of us.
It's like firing a grenade launcher inside an air vent.
It's yeah, not far off actually. That was loud, and be glad I didn't hit you all with damage to your eardrums or something, or deafen you. But for this at this point in time, somehow you managed to survive that.
It was.
Well, we didn't get immediately attacked, so I doubt deafening would have been too relevant. But
No, but you are immediately aware that there is a demon in front of you, and he is angry.
Well, we do know someone who may be able to help with that. This gentleman we know who knows a lot about the realms. Perhaps we can introduce him and he can send you back.
1 second, I seem to have a problem with the stream.
oh no.
uh-oh.
Yeah, it seems to have stopped. Why have I stopped streaming? Can you check? Can anyone check if this is actually streaming at the moment?
Yeah,
Hold on.
it's working on my end.
It is working. Okay, cool. It's just popped up saying an error has occurred with the playback on my end. Oh, well.
Yeah, I just listened to you saying, "Is this actually streaming in the
Okay,
stream?"
Yeah.
So.
okay, cool. It's just on my
being weird.
on my YouTube studio is being weird. Fine, I'm happy to carry on. Okay, let's rock on.
So I suggested to him that since we know someone who knows a bit about his kind and traveling between realms, perhaps if he accompanies us for a while, we may be able to introduce him, and that our friend may be able to help him. By which I mean the Colonel, of course.
You will give me human blood now. I
don't have any.
I came here. I was on my way expecting to have blood and babies' brains and food and things to eat, and now I'm here. Pay me in blood.
Well, look, we don't know how you got here. I am offering you a way back. It's up to you if you want to take it or not. I'm sure we will find what you want as we travel.
Where am I anyway?
We are in. What state are we in? Greg, what state are
think-
we currently in?
If you're going to address yourself for a demon, you could start with Mundus
What?
The
or
realm.
whatever Earth is called.
Yeah.
because that is actually a distinction.
Yeah, he's basically in at the present moment. He was in hell, and he's suddenly appeared in a mine shaft. He doesn't know where the fuck he is. He's just suddenly faced with you guys, and he's the only reason he hasn't just started ripping and tearing is he's aware that you guys outnumber him somewhat, and you speak his language.
Yeah, I guess I say we are. Would I know a term that might be relevant to him from my readings? Should I make an arcana on that, perhaps?
Sure. Okay. Yes. You perhaps tell him America. Or
Okay.
Earth.
So I believe he would understand what America is.
Yeah, he will understand certain things.
Okay. Yeah, I tell him he's currently in the continent of America.
He's gone
America.
from hell to America. He probably isn't too upset.
Really?
Yes.
Is Azazel here yet?
Immigrant. Another illegal immigrant.
I think last I heard, he was getting his tie ready to go to Gargarex's party.
That'd be ridiculous. Azazel doesn't mess with demons like Gargarax. You are lying to me. If you do not want to fight, get out of my way. Show me the exit, and I will go and find something to eat.
I'll point
Oh,
towards the
that's
exit.
why you spawned him in.
I'm gonna point him. I'm gonna
Because of my
point.
arrow
Wait,
trap.
never mind. I don't know what's going on.
I shall point.
I
towards
just
the
remembered
exit.
I can't understand the conversation, so I take back everything I said.
Yep, yeah. As far as you're concerned, Coat, you're just
I
hearing.
mean, we're not gonna send him out towards Uzalu, are we?
Why
Uzalu's
not?
got a good stealth skill, hasn't
I
he?
mean,
He's-
you could send him further into
Dude,
the mine.
Stealth has nothing to do with it, as he's not on the whitelist for the arrows.
I don't know
True.
anything about any arrows.
It's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
that
We
it's
could,
that
yeah, we
tr-
could
it's
send
that
him. Honestly, we can send him outside, and they'll likely trigger on him.
He said he would leave us alone if we show him the way out. So I'll point to the exit.
As I have an arrow trap where if someone comes within 30 feet of it that I didn't whitelist, they get hit
No,
by
that's
the arrows.
great.
The
That's
arrows
fine.
shoot
That's
them.
I know
that's
that.
fine.
My character doesn't know that. He didn't tell
Yeah,
us.
so he's not
Fine.
breaking the promise
he-
here that he's making
you-
by doing this because he doesn't
I'm not
know.
asking.
I think
I'm not
common
asking to
sense
change
would-
anything on a character level. I'm just saying that this is not going to be good.
Your character probably would know that on a common sense level, though, because he always uses this.
That's true. It's the only
Use
useful
it
spell I
for
have.
our exit.
So you're just going to
That's a
point
good
him to
one.
the exit, yeah?
The guy who always sets this trap
He only
is
asked
watching the
where
exit
to
for
get
us.
out from. We gave the answer. We didn't say it was safe. You know.
I
Right,
mean,
okay.
I don't know.
Right,
Well,
get
putting
out.
him further,
Get out
putting
of
him
my
further
way.
into the mine would have made more sense,
Well,
but
I mean, further into the mine is either back where he was in the where he was coming from, or are blocked off at the present moment. So you pointed
he's a
him.
demon. He could just break through.
He can. Right. So you're pointing him towards the exits, and you're not going to stop him. Yeah, so he's just going to basically stomp past you. Sandy's
yeah,
going to
we have
take
no
one
reason
look
to
at him
fight him, do we?
and edge backwards.
Do we have a reason to fight him, guys?
He's a demon.
So's Kiki. Sorry, Guy.
Yes.
I mean,
Kiki
I'm a
pet.
different type, though.
Yeah, he's already said he's just going to go
You
and
know,
find
you
some
should
babies to eat.
discriminate against demons. I will say this: like they're different kinds, and some are worse than others.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you want to fight him, go ahead. I thought we just.
I mean,
avoided a fight
everyone
there.
just seemed confused about the situation. It just seemed like why fight when we could just go forward. You know?
This demon eats a small amount of baby brains, but Dai's character eats loads.
Well, there is that.
Ah.
There you go, you got it.
So you're not
I'm
going to
still
stop
waiting
him.
for us to get
He's just gonna wander his way out of the mine, muttering something about I heard this used to happen before, but it hasn't happened in a while. Bloody human realm, etc.
Seems like the realm's getting more destabilized as we go along.
And you come to our realm. You don't speak the language. You don't integrate. You hate it
Yeah.
here.
Get out of America, you filthy demon.
Oh, dude, oh god,
We're gonna
We should've-
deport
we
you
should've-
back to hell.
dude, we should have killed it.
I mean,
Not
But
too late.
Guy, if you
I'm
want
not
to.
asking you to change things because that would be metagaming, but the choices now are either you guys fight it as a group or I have to fight it on my own.
Or
You don't have
he's
to
right,
fight
or
it.
he's
I
between
don't
us
think I
now.
speak its language. Let's check actually. This is probably going to be
You
important
don't
in a
have
few
to
minutes.
fight it, you could just lay
Oh,
low.
I do speak Infernal.
Wait,
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
funny.
convenient.
That's
That's
going to give
funny.
you a 1 in 100 chance of talking it down after an arrow flies past its head, rather than a 0 in 100.
Okay. Well, it's going to go head out towards the exit if no one's going to stop it and attack it. It will be meeting you shortly. Let's deal with the party for the small moment.
I wanted to follow it.
You want to follow it out? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You can follow it out at a safe distance.
Yeah, like 60 feet, which is basically as far as I could see anyway.
Yep. Yeah, I will allow that.
We follow Coach, guys.
Wherever I am, I'm 60 feet behind it. Okay, there you go.
So Do we actually want to
Since
go
I-
deeper, or have we at this point proven that the Reverend's not doing anything here?
Well, I assume whatever thing we broke just now summoned that demon, right? So it's like now we have nothing stopping us going forward if we want to go further.
Uh-huh.
Or we could go back and deal with the demon.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not
Uh,
like
The
we've
demon's being
ever
perfectly
encountered a
friendly.
spell being cast and a demon appearing, is there?
Sorry, but this is actually kind of relevant to or before something else comes up. So Trig,
Mhm.
okay. Can I assume that I at least have the common sense to know that Uzalu would plant that trap like he literally always does?
Yeah, I mean it's a
Okay.
perfectly reasonable
In
thing.
which case,
It's
as
part of his
for that.
natural behavior. Yeah.
We could do a roll
Well-
and see who actually realizes.
well, I mean, it's just I don't.
It is literally the first
I've
thing
been through
Uzalu
enough
does
fights with.
every
I've been
single
through
time.
enough fights with it. I've been through enough fights
And
with
not-
this guy.
And not a single one of you would say I shouldn't either. It's a good idea.
It's just listen. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've rolled like fives
well,
on
anyway.
perception the whole time.
My reason for wanting to verify that is that I want to have a ready to action of the if that gets triggered, I throw my spear.
Okay. Okay.
It-
In
You
that
know,
case,
if a fight's gonna start, I might as well have it start on an advantage.
right, guys, I'm going to quickly jump back to where Uzalu is on the mining town,
Okay.
and Uzalu, I'd like you to you've marked it there, so there's your cordon of arrows. Yes, is that right? Is that what I'm looking at? The three upward lines,
That there, yes.
and the three, and it's 30 feet of those in any direction. Is that right? Have a look.
I think
at
it's
Gordon.
30 feet, yes.
Let's just bring up the cordon of
Spell.
arrows spell, just so we know what we're dealing with. Because
I can click it if you like.
Yeah,
This is
go
not
on.
a cast, this is just a post in chat.
I know I'm asking.
Hold on a second. Can I do...
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go.
Okay, that just posts it. There you
Okay,
go.
so you've planted 4 non-magical pieces of equipment, yada yada yada, and 30 feet of the ammunition. For the first time, or a turn ends there. 1 piece of ammunition flies up to strike it. A creature must succeed in a dexterity save, or take 1d6 piercing damage. Spell ends when no ammunition remains.
I did in fact do level 2, so it's the minimum number.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it's 4 actually. I didn't know it was 4. I thought it was 3. Yeah. There we go.
The Barb Devil emerges from the cave entrance, and as per your spell, a small arrow shoots out to hit it. It does a dexterity saving throw. Or at least it tries to.
I'm curious, what's it saving against? Is it the 14 at the bottom there?
Yeah. No, it's got it dodges the arrow as it walks out and goes, "Why? Who? What?"
In which case, I don't throw my spear.
And roars a little bit. From the distance, you hear also in Infernal another voice, smaller voice, screech out to the Barb Devil, going, "He set a trap!" You recognise it because it's in Infernal. Everybody else would hear "Ah!" or something, along those lines if you didn't speak Infernal.
Do we know what direction that voice came from?
You don't. You're in a tunnel in a cave. However, Uzalu does recognise that it is coming from, basically straight across from the trap. over.
Like there?
A little further, actually, and it is in flight. At that point, Meady's also spots a raven that is perched up on a rock.
Nevermore.
That is speaking infernal. I will put that
I think
raven
you mean
on.
quathing?
Not quathing, actually, because this isn't just any old raven. It is actually an imp. It's just sitting over there. And the barb devil and the imp basically start sort of talking, going, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Oh, there's a guy over there in the building. He set a trap."
All right, I guess I'll reveal myself then. I'll say, hello.
Okay. What, in infernal?
Awfully sorry about
You
that.
you said it.
Awfully sorry about that. Right balmy accident, I'm afraid. Didn't mean to hit you at all. Good thing you dodged it, old chap.
Oh, please have a roll for deception.
I would.
It's not deception.
That's not deception.
That's not a lie.
That is not a lie. That is a perfectly normal conversation. And the Bob Devil sort of looks back to you and goes, "Another human! You speak infernal. Where the hell am I? Why am I? What is going on around here?"
Well, hard to say without knowing the context.
Why does it smell of humans and vampires and other lesser things around here? This isn't. I'm not happy at all. Could you tell me where I could get some baby's brains? I'm rather peckish.
There's no Indian corner shops around here, I'm afraid, son. But there's
You're weirdly called out infernal.
We're here hunting vampires. You see, it seems they have some sort of ability to destroy demons and vampires more quickly than usual. They're taking rather a hard course against your kind. Now that's a deception.
Roll me a deception.
But it's not even untrue entirely.
No,
But yeah,
not,
it's a deception.
It is a deception.
Oh shit! I have persuasion, but not deception specialized. Well, let's see how this goes anyway.
Oh, mine's the other way. Oh.
Not a bad roll.
At the very least, he might not attack us in that case. I mean, bolstered by the fact that one of my party is a demon.
He's well aware that you're not completely. Speak the truth. Tell me really. I know there's vampires around here. But what you're saying doesn't ring true. I hate vampires anyway.
Oh, well, that works.
It's
true
bloodsuckers.
In the sense that it's true in the sense that one of our party is a demon. Maybe you met her, but really they're fighting against everyone. Yes, there are supposedly vampires in the area. That's what we're here to deal with, and that is not a deception.
You're friends with that suck you wench bitch thing that I spoke to?
Yeah, she's actually rather nice once you get to know her.
Well, of course you are. You're a human, and she's a succubus. All the humans seem to like them.
My boss.
Really? What are you doing wrong? I mean, that's all they do.
I mean, imagine this. Imagine you'd been eating too many baby brains. I know that's a difficult concept, but imagine you had, and then you deliberately stopped eating baby brains just to sort of like, keep yourself healthy.
Look,
That's how it works for humans.
Look, are you going to keep on throwing these silly little twigs at me, or can I walk around a bit more?
The twigs will not launch at you unless you step back within their range. I had no intention of firing them at you. As long as you move in one direction, you should be fine.
Right, well, I mean, if you don't want to have a fight, and I don't see any particular reason to do this at the moment, I was expecting to go to a party, you see. And I'm rather put out. We were supposed to be having a party, and Gargarax always puts on a good bash, and I'm rather miffed that I'm not going there now.
I don't know where the party was meant to be. I don't know this Gargarax.
Gargarax, pit fiend. Top chap. top chap. Really puts on the best parties. Rather miffed. Where's the nearest town or hospital? I need to get something to eat.
Well, there is a town of vampires down the road a bit, but I'm guessing that's not what you mean.
Oh, I don't know. I can eat vampires too.
I'm not sure they'd be too happy if I sent you their way. They are, after all, better than the average vampire. But look, I mean, if you want to eat humans, I would recommend against it. Maybe try your teleport again, see if you can get to where you were going.
Wander around. Fine. Well, are you sure you don't want to fight? I really kind of feel like a fight and then eating something.
I hear that imp said that you look ugly.
Oh, that's just Jeffrey. He's a dick. Yes,
Hello, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, fuck off. What are you doing here anyway?
Hold on a second. I've Trig.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, Jeffrey, come a bit closer. You see that? You see my arrow? 35 feet.
Yes. Jeffrey yarks back to him going, no, this bloody ranger chap set the trap and created me in the process. I've just been hovering
Did
around.
I?
Yes.
What? Hold on, what?
Okay.
Pulled-
How does
pulled-
he know his name then?
Well, not created. I got pulled in here as well.
Holy shit, my arrow trap is way better than I thought it was. It comes with a free demon that hates everyone, including me. All right,
What would
so I'll
happen-
say to the Barb Devil, hey, you want to have some fun? If we get Jeffrey to move a bit closer, the arrow will probably skewer him.
Drake, what would happen if my owl rammed into the imp from behind?
If your owl tried to attack the imp from behind, they would have a fight.
You think
So
the imp
you
would
wouldn't be
win?
able to shove him in range of the arrows.
Well,
That's
he's
what
not.
I'm asking.
He's currently sort of sat on the rock face.
Bear in
so-
mind, it's
so-
only 1d6.
So you've got to get him behind him, above him, sure, but he's on the side of the hill.
I just want to try and push him toward the arrows.
Yeah, you move that owl anywhere near him, he will attack it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The owl is much better used as a scout. We probably can convince him to get into range. What's Barbara's response, Barb the Devil? What's Barbara's response to me saying, we'll have some fun? Just if you get Jeffrey to come a bit closer, one of the arrows will fly up and hit him.
Look, I get that I'm a demon and everything, but I'm not going to help a human kill another one of my kind. It kind of works the other
Oh.
way round, you understand?
Oh, it won't kill him. It'll just be funny. Come on, you were going to a party anyway. I can roll persuasion if you like.
Roll me persuasion on this one.
Roll for good humor and
He'll give it a go. Oh, I'll give it a go, but and Jeffrey bogs back, going, "No, fuck off, sod off, you dick! I'm not buying that.
You can hear
I
it.
saw that blooming trap when you set it. It's what pulled me in here."
Smarter than the average demon, I guess.
Imps are not dumb.
Okay. I'll just shout up to the imp. Come on, you got to admit it was worth a try.
Oh, certainly, I'd have done the same.
Good.
I'd like to run out and throw my spear at the imp.
You want to run out and throw your spear at the imp.
Holy shit!
Pass the bomb,
He's
devil.
distracted. Yeah, I mean,
Okay. You'll be right behind the Barb Devil when you do this. You know that.
Yeah, that's not a great idea.
Yeah, well, hold on. I can tell. I might not understand them, but I can tell they're not friends.
But Co, there's one piece of good news I can give you.
Yeah.
My arrow trap won't shoot you.
Right.
Yes.
You are the only person around it won't shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you actually want to do this? You sure?
Well, the Barb Devil's a friend, but the imp seems vaguely hostile. So yeah.
Okay.
This is not a good idea, but you can't hear me thinking that.
I will give you I'll give you the first attack on that. And I'll even let you appear behind the the Barb Devil and take the shot. You see it, and you can get your first shot in for free. After that, I am going to roll a turn order for you. Fresh.
Is a 22 good enough?
22 is definitely good enough.
Now that I think about
And,
this, the worse an idea it seems.
Yeah, you whack the imp with the spear and kill it outright on the spot.
Wow.
Just skewers it
Holy
and
shit, dude.
imp is gone. Your spear, a normal spear would clatter to the ground beyond it. However, it doesn't. Your spear obviously straight back to you.
Is
I
this the
say, old
episode
chap,
of your...
what did you do that
The
for?
fate
He was
spear.
quite a decent boy.
No, at this point in time, it is now a combat.
Right, now, is it though?
Like,
Is it though? Because
Yes.
I show no hostility towards the other demon.
That does not matter. He is just going to spin round and attack you.
He
Oh,
wanted
well,
a
that's
fight
weird.
from someone. The
like
only
to
reason he
relay
wasn't
this
fighting
to
me is because I
everyone in
was
the
too
cave.
bloody decent.
Well, I was trying
But
to
this,
interpret it through the lens of someone who doesn't speak Infernal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
that's
This is
kind of
the episode
understandable,
where
but
we
you'd
all...
recognize my voice, even
Yeah,
though it's
you're-
infernal.
Oh, your voice, but yeah, like this entire conversation, it seemed vaguely like you guys were hostile towards the imp.
I mean, okay, I'm not saying it's not in character, Coatrack. I am
Yeah.
saying it's still a very bad idea.
Okay.
Oh, I don't entirely disagree with that.
Roll me initiative if you would, please.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Could
Do
we
I have to
also
if I
roll
don't plan to
initiative?
partake in the combat?
Um,
Just sit here with my
I
head
will
in
have
my
told
hands.
part of what just
Fuck's
happened,
sake.
and I
Oh my
I
god,
leave
Hold
you
on,
ahead.
Coach
hold
is
on.
ready to go.
Coat
Double
is
20s.
yeah. As I couldn't hear a word you were saying there. Also, you, as far as you're concerned, you've just seen Coat dive back out towards the tunnel.
I can see what's going on from my out.
You can see what's going on
So
from
I've told everyone what's just happened.
Fine.
Archie's going to be heading over there because he can see a combat starting. So however many turns that takes.
I guess I'll follow.
Right. Okay. You guys are going to be least. You were still. I take it you were still in the mine at the area where
Yes.
we left you off. So it's going to take you a good 2 turns before you can get to the mine entrance and see what's going off.
That's fair.
Right. So, Coat,
Still Colt, yeah.
you notice that the Barb Devil is immediately aggressive to you, but you
Wait, am I adjacent or one space between us?
you are right next to the Barb Devil. You're right behind him.
Which you did know when you were coming out the mine shaft
Yes.
that you would be right next
Oh
to him.
yeah, yeah. No, I was just checking.
You
which
threw
spot
that
I was in.
spear over his shoulder.
Okay. Well, in which case, as I'm catching the spear, I'm going to cast Wall of Fire around this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, demons hate fire.
They're not resistant to it,
I
usually.
think they are.
So far in this campaign, they haven't been immune to it, have they?
I mean, you're right. He's not resistant to it. You've cast
Is he
Wall of
immune?
Yes, he's completely immune. You've cast a Wall of Fire on him.
Really?
Yes.
Our first encounter where we met these things, they wandered out of a forest that you had grown magically
They're
and burnt to the
also
ground,
red,
and they were
guys.
fine.
Guys, could you tell by the bright red color on them that they're red?
They're just
Okay.
tanned.
So
This
you've
is like casting wall of slight breeze of breathable oxygen around a human.
No,
So-
if you saw something blue, do you think it would be ice? I wonder.
right. Okay, so you've cast Wall of Fire on the demon and barring that front bit in front of him. Yes. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Oh yeah. No, actually.
How many turns does he need? How many actions does he need to write a will?
Is that will that do for your Wall of Fire?
I would like to
It's
create a
not gonna
totem.
matter.
I would like to create a totem pole of my will.
The only sense in which that wall of fire is going to matter is blocking you into one square in the
Uh,
map.
Oh, also, the wall of fire is around the devil.
Around him. Okay, so it's like a ring of fire. Okay.
Yes. Because I can choose, I just made it like that one space, basically.
Yep, cool. No problem at all.
I have learned valuable lore about demons.
Let's just put a ring of fire over him there. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do at this point in time? Also, can you cast the spell in chats just so I can?
I mean, it'll go away the second it works against us, so
Uh-huh.
I don't really need. Anyway, let me go find it again. There you go.
Right. Okay. What level spell is that?
4th.
Guys, I think something might have changed.
See, I think there was a benefit to this, depending on whose perspective you're looking at.
I mean, technically, all you did is you got rid of an arsehole that was annoying this guy, and now you're giving him effectively a bubble bath.
Yeah.
The situation is now
There-
much worse
there's
than
no
when you.
reason it should actually be aggressive to you, contextually speaking.
I mean, this is phasering the surrendering scientists in the eyes tier of bad idea. Again, not that your character wouldn't do it, but it is
Yes.
still a very bad idea.
Right. Okay. It is the Barbed Devil's turn, and on his turn, he can make 3 melee attacks. 1 with his tail, and 2 with his which
Right.
is pretty much what he's going to do, as you're right in melee range.
Indeed.
So there is claw attack number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Roll his damage. Why isn't he rolling damage?
It doesn't typically click on where it says attack.
And then he does a second attack with his claws. And then he does his tail attack, which he misses with. So take
Applied.
yourself 17 piercing damage.
I have done so.
Okay. Uzalu, it is your turn, sir.
Well, now I am at a crossroads. Because you may be thinking, the crossroads are, do I participate and shoot the demon, or do I sit here quietly and wait for what will happen to happen? However, that's not the crossroads I'm facing. The crossroads I'm facing is, do I attack the demon, or do I attack Coatrack?
Well, Coatrack's not really giving you any reason to dislike him. But you know, you do you.
My analysis that he has made the situation significantly worse for no reason is pretty much the same analysis that my character would have in this situation.
Why would you attack him when you could sell his soul and get something in return?
He doesn't own
Kiki's
me.
Solution, and that's fine for Kiki, but that doesn't work for many other people.
Thing is, though, from your perspective, it is also a demon, right? And this thing did ask you where the nearest hospital was so it could eat babies. So, if you're
And you
thinking
are a
like from a
demon hunter.
morality aspect, this thing needs to die.
Yes, Kiki makes a good point, and so does, you are indeed a demon hunter. It is kind of your raison d'etre.
I think at this
Am I
point,
actually
Coatrack
I'm a
has
demon
made the
hunter
decision.
specifically, am I?
I should probably-
Coatrack
much,
has made
yeah.
the decision that these demons are dying, so I think we should kill the demons at this point.
I mean, yeah,
Also-
that
yeah,
has now been established.
On a personal level, my bond is my isolation gave me great insight into a great evil that only I can destroy. Don't know why that's my bond, but anyway.
I mean, it
I
is
was
indeed.
convinced earlier
that is
by,
pretty evil.
by this
You
thing
know.
coming in and just asking everything to change for it. Like I was convinced we should attack it at that point. So
I mean, the only reason we didn't go straight into combat there and then is you immediately started talking to it and trying to reason with
Oh, no,
it.
this happened after that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Uzalu, what would you like to do?
Well, sorry, old chap, but needs must. And then I'm going to fire a bow at it.
Yeah.
I actually can I go ahead and do a hunter's mark? Can I do it on the same turn? I think I can.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
Okay.
Turn that down to 2, and then I shall fire my bow. Slayer's Prey. Is this Slayer's Prey? Is that an activatable or is that a? Oh, what does that work? No, that's not activatable. So no. Sharpshooter. No, not this time. And favored foe. I think he might be.
Yes,
What
he's
do
a
I have
favorite
as my
foe.
favorite foe?
Yes, he's fiend. Yes.
See, you gotta use your class ability.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah. No, thank you so much.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, that really fucking hits him.
Well, this next one might do as well. I think I have 2 attacks. Not so much on that one.
You'd be surprised. Actually, both hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
And the first one does. How is he with poison?
Yeah.
Anything, but the 13 definitely hits him. And yeah, that's clobbered him. You've done some fairly serious damage to him. And again, it is Coatrack. Go. Guys, you are out of the combat for this round, and you'll be coming in the next round after this combat round. Whoever's running forwards into the battle. You will, however, be essentially queuing up down a tunnel behind Coatrack, so that it is a bit on the limited view side of.
Okay, I can't quite tell whether or not the space here is that. Oh,
That is
I just got pop up.
that is valid. Yes, you could just about squeeze
Okay.
past there.
All right then. Since I never left his range of attack, that doesn't actually provoke anything.
That is indeed not an attack of opportunity. Yes.
So I am remaining focused and engaged on him. I shall go around and attempt the stabbing.
Stab away. That definitely hits him.
Isn't that the poison spear as well?
It's not poison.
It's not
No?
poison.
Okay.
What is the 4 next to it? Why is it 16 and 4?
I think it's that way because of the fact that it also has a D8 in it for some reason.
That's right. It does extra damage, doesn't it?
It was a weird stat block that it.
Yeah. Well, either way, you do 20 damage to it.
Damn.
Do you have anything else you would like to do this turn?
Oh yeah, actually, shit. Sorry, I forgot the detail of how this one works. My bad. Yeah, I'm going to regenerate. Why not go with 4d6 using Balm of the Summer Court?
Cool.
Cool. I got 12 health back.
You get 12 health back.
Oh, can I ask that you release your concentration, because otherwise we won't be able to see it through your wall of fire.
Yeah, sure. I already burnt away whatever non-demonic thingy it might have been holding or on it.
So you're now fighting a naked demon.
Yes. If there was literally
Okay.
anything vulnerable to flame on him, it's not there anymore.
Well, now it's a party.
Yes.
Okay, he's not in until the next turn either.
It's the Andrew Yangeloff.
Oh
Indeed,
God.
indeed. And he's essentially on the end of that turn next turn anyway. So, right. Meanwhile, Mr. Bobby Demon there, or Devil rather, is going to take another 2 shots at Yuko.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also going to throw a tail attack, or no, a held flame attack at Uzalu. So,
I think my arrow trap should hit him.
floor attack misses. He's not moving. Second one, 20 does hit, doesn't it? And does 5 damage to you. Yes, it will. As he comes around the corner, the arrow will indeed attack the.
You said the 5 damage was to me, right?
Yes, the 5 damage is to you, and Uzalu, does 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Although I am in a building. We did specify last time I'm not on the roof. I'm on the upper floor of the
if
building.
you are
so I
able
think
to
that's
shoot
probably
through the
cover.
window, if you're able to fire at him, then he's able to fire back.
Oh, is it the barb devil firing at me? I thought it was
Yes.
the ankle off. Okay.
Yes, he's
That makes
fired
sense then.
a ball of flame at you. If the target is a flammable object that isn't being worn or carried, it also catches fire. You are not exactly a flammable object, so you've just taken 13 fire damage to your face as it's a fireball hits the window you've been firing out of.
Alright.
And it is now your turn.
Okay. I don't think we did the arrow hitting the angle off.
The Yangaloth hasn't turned up yet. It is actually currently just round the corner.
Okay.
As I said, he won't turn up until the beginning of next turn. I
missed why it's there. Is this a summon of ours or?
Essentially yes.
Uh-oh. Well, he's about to get hit by one of us, so that's fun. Will there ever be a time that I put down this arrow trap and it just works as intended? Without ruining everything?
It's kind of working as intended now, sort of.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if I can do anything useful except just shooting at the barbed devil.
Sure.
I do have a long list of things I have here, but I don't really know what the activatable ones are. What does this actually do? It's an extra 1d6 damage. What's the limitation on this? When can I? How does it? Can I just use it all the time? The first time each turn you hit that target.
Yeah, as a bonus action, you designated one creature you can see within 60 feet of you, target of this. The first time, yeah. So
I should be using it every turn, pretty much.
You certainly you can use that as your bonus action.
Okay. Well, I guess I might as well then.
Of a combat turn, yes.
I didn't need to paste it again, but yes, I've used it.
Yep.
Do I have anything else that I can actually activate? Because now seems like a good time. Did we ever decide to use the retainers thing that I have?
You know what? You've never actually utilized that at this point. it seems like a difficult one to work into the
It
narrative
does.
at the present moment.
I understand. I understand.
You could talk about that when we get to
Make the vampires in the village.
a town or something like that where there are people that you might be able to
Yeah.
bring in. But it's essentially retainers are your house servants and so on, as you were brought in as a statue from 2,000 years of standing in a Greek graveyard, essentially. The retainers your
I have one
family
that's
might have had.
military rank. That's
Yeah.
useless as well.
It's really inconsiderate of them not to come with me through time.
I know. What can I say?
This is why
Just
what
can't
the
get the help these
Egyptians put
days.
their servants in the coffins with them so that they would serve
Yeah.
them in death.
It is exactly that reason, yeah.
All right. So I think I can shoot with the musket, which does more damage as like a single attack, and then I switch back to the bow.
You can. You know what? I will let you do that in this case. You are kind of compelled by the curse on the weapon to use it, but I'll let you fire your musket.
I'll
in
sit
this
at the
case.
weapon. Don't worry, Bebs. I'll be right back. Just going to use this musket for one shot, and then it's back to you all the way. Which doesn't work if you're in a relationship with someone. That doesn't work then. But
that's why your bow or what your weapon is very like considerate for allowing it.
That looks like a hit to me.
That hits it quite hard.
And then back to the bow. You know I can never give you up, baby. And then this Slayer's Prayer is not on. I think it's just the first time each turn, isn't it?
Roll me the extra d6 as well, damage you do with your Slayer's Prayer.
I'll do that in a sec. I've got the thing up right now for the second attack, so I'll do that first. First time each turn that you hit that target. So it's actually per target. But you can only target one thing. So yeah, okay. So it's no Slayer's Prayer on the second one, no on that, and yes on that. And then can I just do roll 1d6? Yes.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay, so 35 is from the brown brass musket. That is a non-magical weapon.
So that's 39 on that in total. With the 4 from the 1d6.
Jesus.
To be fair, Di, I can't hold up a mirror anywhere near as well as you can.
Thanks, bro.
And whilst I can, I can take 1 or 2 demons in a battle. You can take loads.
Okay.
This is the second time you've done this joke.
That's
over and over and over again.
Coat. The demon in front of you. I'm just going to ignore that comment. The demon in front of you is looking pretty fucked up. Right in front of you, a big freaking chunk was just taken out of it, and then shortly after it, an arrow appeared next to the big chunk, and the demon sort of basically staggers back a little bit from the damage. It's still in the same square, but it's wavering and it roars really angrily. And it looks to you as you take your turn.
I'm gonna mix it up and use the cold variant of Fire Shield on myself, because that's the only place I can use it anyway.
Okay, what level spells are?
4th.
Okay.
And I'm also going to heal myself for a 2d6.
Okay.
Oops.
Like, the
take 8 hit points. Yep.
The Engel's image is clearly a perspective thing, but if you imagine it as flat, then that's quite a big disparity in arm size. He's been spending quite a lot of time on his own.
It does have one very, very large arm and one
is
small
that
arm.
actually supposed to look like that? Is
Yeah. Okay. Fortunate. Okay, who's coming out of the tunnel first? And whoever's coming out to to join in the fight, please roll me an initiative.
Well, Ez was ahead of me, so I assume he's going out first.
Okay.
I will dawdle behind. I'll be at the back.
I'll have
Yeah, I'll
Sparky
go
with
out
me.
after Ez.
Okay, you've not actually done an attack as such, have you? Is that right?
That is correct. I used an action, but not an attack.
Yep.
And a bonus action.
Sure. Okay, so Archie's on his way out on that
How do
one.
I roll initiative from the character sheet?
On your
Where is
character
it?
sheet in the top middle, there's initiative, and you click on that.
It's better to do it whilst you've got your token selected, though, because then it adds it to the turn order, but your token is not on the map yet.
Yep, so I'm
Yeah.
just going to drag Archie onto the
Don't forget my
map.
dog.
Pardon?
Don't forget my dog.
You've got a total of 3 spaces. Right, where would click on that area where you would like the dog, Archie, and sorry, the dog and Archie to.
What spaces are available to me?
Do you see the map?
Yes,
Um,
I can see 2, but I don't know where the third one is.
the spaces that are available for you are there, there, and there. Anything after that, you can go 1 square further, but you will initiate an attack of opportunity as you do
Okay.
that.
I have Sparky to the right.
Okay.
And am I able to fire my lightning gun at the devil from before I leave the mine? Can I see him from the entrance?
No. No, you can see. Is the oh sorry, Coat, is that wall of fire still up? Oh, is that spell you just cast?
No, I dismissed it like a turn ago.
Somehow I knew that was going to happen.
So
Hey, I did it!
Good job.
I fooled God into deleting
Oh,
the
no.
demon.
His second form. Back to full health.
he's not. He's yeah. There you go.
I think it was lower than that.
It was lower than that, but so Sparky's there. Where's Archie?
He's going to be coming out of the mine, and as soon as he has eyes on the barbed devil, and he's going to fire his lightning gun.
Okay, so
Don't really want to get point blank if I can avoid it.
you can't avoid it.
All right. Well, I guess I will put him over here. He
Okay.
can stand here.
Is
yeah?
anybody
You
else
said-
following you out of the tunnel at this point in time?
I was, but she just said be right back.
Okay.
I was going to come out last, but I guess I can,
Well, as Ez has blocked up all access around it, Dai can only be directly behind him. And you are going to have to be behind Atia further back in the tunnel. We'll put your marker there, but you cannot get a clear sight on the beast at this point in time. All you can see is Atia and the sides of the tunnel.
Note, Trig, that in the bottom right of this map, Cecilia is still looking for the Reverend among the rocks with Fluffy.
Lies.
Oh, and that's what the roll was done for. So now they're gone from the turn order. And so is the Barb Demon as well, because he was deleted and replaced.
The Barb Demon is his turn next. You're right. Oh, God.
Sometimes you wish Roll20 had an undo button.
It was like 21.
I'm surprised it doesn't, actually.
It was 21. Playing when that happened. So Barb Devil's going to take his turn. Archie, you got turn. What was your initiative?
17.
17. One. Celia is
Can we maybe switch Kiki and Di around since Di's not here to roll initiative?
We could wait a couple of minutes for Di to get back.
Yeah. This is really annoying. I can't fucking click your. I can't create an add turn for Celia because she's at the top of the map. No, you don't get to do it again.
But that should add her to the list now.
It has added her to the list. Let's edit that to. I mean, to be honest, it's not much. It's 4.
The time where you roll a natural 20, it doesn't even matter.
Yep, I am that harsh. It is, however, the Barb Devil's turn. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
take a claw attack. Second claw attack. That's and a tail attack.
Each time it hits me, it takes 2d8 cold damage.
Takes 2.
So it hit me twice, so I guess I'll roll that twice.
Yep.
There you go.
Fine. It's
Yep.
And actually, thing is it acceptable? Have a weakness to it. It doesn't, unfortunately. Right. It will now be.
I think it's Di's turn.
Is it?
You got an 18.
Okay, so can I? It's right in front of me, is it?
Yes, it is right in front of.
So I'm just going to attack it.
You don't hit it.
Okay.
You do hit it. And you hit it again. Okay.
Yeah.
And now it is Archie's turn.
Can I delay my action till after Sparky takes his turn? He gets the same initiative place as I do.
Sure.
Okay. How do I make him attack? Let's see if I can figure this out. First time I've ever done it.
Yep. That's lightning,
Does that
isn't
hit?
it? Yeah, that hits. It's lightning.
I guess it is, yeah.
It's a non-lethal damage. The demon slumps to the ground unconscious. Or the devil, rather. Slumps to the ground.
Nice. Right. And then I guess we can't see the big guy yet, can we?
You cannot see the big guy yet. Neither can Uzalu. You think the battle is all over. Unless anybody wants to do anything at this particular point in time, I will carry on to his go.
Good. Well, that's all the demons we'll have to deal with today.
That's
fortunate. I don't think I could take another one.
Right, sorry, Ez?
Should I finish this guy off, or are we keeping him around?
It is your turn. Do with it what you like. Think for yourself.
I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm asking the party.
Okay.
Are we keeping this guy, or should I finish him off?
Just kill it.
All right.
No reason to keep it. I can just imagine this scene in the movie where it's like, oh man, good thing that's all the demons for today. And then one of my arrows just flies off and you can hear a demon growling and it hits him.
Yeah,
Which
pretty
is gonna
much.
happen any second now.
Which is going to happen any second now. In fact, it's going to happen
This second.
this second.
Hmm.
1, 2,
Should we get
3.
rid of the arrow?
Oh, it is on in a big way, unfortunately. Because he is there. He's just gonna walk straight into all of those arrows. Like he doesn't fucking care. He's gonna roll a
Is there
dexterity.
meant to be a second one?
There is meant to be a second one, yes.
Oh dear.
I know, right? He's got to roll a dexterity saving throw, hasn't he?
Yeah, 14, I think.
The first one misses. Second one hits. The third one hits. They're D6, aren't they?
Trig, it's only when they enter the range, so I think only one of them can shoot him.
Is that right? I thought he can. If he keeps on moving in, it keeps on shooting.
I will post it. I remember it being enter only, but I might be wrong. Yeah, it comes within 30 feet for the first time on a turn, or ends its turn there. Okay, never mind. It is that then.
Okay.
But actually, no, it still just ends turn, so only once this time.
Okay. So it's D6. The other one's going to catch it.
Yeah.
So the first one misses them. The second one actually does take a hit, and he rolls his. His 4 damage. Okay.
Oh, hey, I rolled the same thing in Discord.
Right, Yangaloth makes one massive arm attack, and then one attack with his other arm. Or it can tell. Coat. Sorry about this, bro. Does 28 hit?
Yes.
Hold on.
What was that? 45 damage?
Oh my god, runic shield.
Could I do this?
Rune Knight is pretty cool.
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay, so he needs to re-roll that, yes?
Yeah.
Does 25 hit?
Yes, but it isn't a critical, so that's nice.
It is not a
Saved the
critical.
day.
I did as much as I could, man.
Well
All
done,
right,
Patrick. We saved the day.
I mean, to be honest, that did help quite a bit.
Yeah, a lot.
There was 20
Yeah.
less
No,
damage.
I saw a crit and I was like, wait, I have something for this.
I've applied it, and now he takes 2d8 cold damage.
Yes, you also need to roll a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Anyway, he takes 4 damage, and you said Constitution save?
Yes, please. Fail. You're stunned until the end of the Yagluth's next turn.
Is it my turn?
No, it's not your turn.
Okay, sorry.
He hits you with an electrified touch. You're stunned. It automatically take 17 lightning.
Me?
No, Coatrack.
Oh.
17?
Mm-hmm.
Also, that does the thing back to him again.
Oh, sure.
12. I have applied the damage I took.
Cool. Um. The other Yangoleth. Seemingly winks out of existence. And teleports behind you.
Nothing personal, kid.
Nothing personal, kid, indeed. And makes a massive arm attack. Does 20 hit?
How is it inside?
He can teleport.
There's space for him in here? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was on an upper floor.
The floor definitely creaks.
But I
Um,
fell through it
you fell through the
when
roof.
I fell through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't I fall through another floor as well?
Yes, you fell through the roof onto the upper floor.
Look, all I'm saying is, I think in this case, a quality DM would allow the hit to hit, but then the demon would collapse through the floor immediately afterwards.
Take 21
Anyway.
bludgeoning damage.
Damage taken.
Right. It is now Celia's turn. So Celia, you can make out that there is something absolutely mad and nonsensical happening in front of you. That was a lot bigger than you previously expected it to be. However, you can't really make your way past and see what's going off at this point. Do you want to sort of try and barge your way past people?
I can see this guy over the top of my friends though, right?
You can see you can probably make out what's going off. You've seen these things before. You've had some experience of the bullshit that is the Yangoloth.
Can I use Atia's shoulder as like a steady to aim my gun and take a couple of shots?
You want to do an aimed shot using Atia's shoulder to fire the gun from it. I mean, sure. Atia, do you want to allow Kiki to set off a small explosive next to your ear?
I mean, I guess.
Does this count as a demonic bipod?
I mean, it is. I guess she's got 2 legs. She is being used as a rest. Sure.
Where is Sandy in all this, by the way?
Yeah,
Sandy
I know,
is
right?
Sandy is trying to work out what the hell's just happened. I will allow those both to hit. As they beat his armor.
Maybe our demon could offer these demons some sort of incentive other than violence.
Bit late for that.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
They just watched you execute one of their friends in front of them.
So basically,
Like
what you've
they
done
would
is
care. Come on now.
you've imposed these 2 massive consequences upon Coatrack attacking that imp.
Fine. Normally they wouldn't care, but Barbara was bringing the Doritos to the party.
True.
It gives me the feeling those
that.
2 didn't just happen to show up because of the fight.
To be fair, there was an imp there, and the imp getting killed might have triggered some magic effect that summoned these 2. It's perfectly possible.
I mean, if that's how it worked, then you just constantly get bigger demons every time you killed one.
No, they have to exist first. Like
it's like a reverse Russian doll, you know.
Hang on.
It's not free generation.
Well, I mean,
Uzalu, the imp did say he came there because of your spell.
That 32 is all magical damage, by the way.
Yes, I know. It's been counted.
And yeah, apparently each time we use the spell, we summon a new demon.
There we go. Yes, you have encountered this effect before.
We have.
Yes, you have.
When did that happen?
when you created a gigantic forest.
Ah, cool.
Remember
We
all the
just couldn't
demons that
see it
started
happening.
spewing out everywhere?
Oh, this is this. Are we now discovering, like 22 sessions in, what you meant by low magic setting?
You've had opportunities to discover it before. You've just always avoided doing the big magic stuff.
I mean,
Um,
I didn't have
I
any.
have
I'm the
cast
only one with
Shatter
magic
multiple times
stuff.
before.
I'm not the only one with magic stuff, but I seem to be the only one causing problems with it.
no, this was Coates level 4 wall
Yeah.
of fire and fire shield.
Oh, that fucking wall of
And
fire.
so
and
it
actually
wasn't-
started by Ez's pulverizing the rock.
A spell that I've used before. By the way.
Yes,
Isn't
with
it
no
weird that
demons.
I'm not
There-
the one that started
there
this time?
there are other mitigating circumstances.
So,
So,
did
yeah.
my cordon of arrows do anything, or is it a low
Yeah.
enough level not to
It
count?
it stands the chance of creating an imp.
Okay, so the level of demon created is concomitant with the
Holy
level of the spell slot
shit.
used.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing
22
is that
Apparently.
it's
episodes
just
in,
so
folks.
not worth using it because we're just making another enemy to fight us, and then the damage
I-
we're doing with this is just shit anyway.
I think that's the point Trigger's trying to make. Don't use it, but then I feel like
I'm
that
not- I'm not s-
severely unbalances some classes.
I'm not saying don't use it, and there was nothing to stop you sitting there and literally farming demons for XP.
I was
Using this.
thinking that.
Oh no.
Just become
No, I don't
unreasonably
wanna
powerful
do
by
that. I
casting
don't
magic
wanna
and having to kill the
do
demons that
that.
appear every
And-
single
and-
goddamn time.
Yeah, exactly.
And so begins the silver mine.
Oh my god. We're not.
This is how I ran the last campaign. It took a lot less time
XP
to work
farm,
it out.
guys. Infinite XP farm.
We're not just gonna farm, guys. Come on now.
Azazel's just sitting there ready to be summoned at Mount Zion, and
I mean,
gradually
we
demons
needed a
from
few levels.
disappearing from around him, and he has no idea why. Turns out we can fight the war from here.
Yeah,
One at a time.
it would appear so.
This has always been the effect. There have on occasions been mitigating circumstances where they haven't happened. Usually presence of an angel nearby or a very big demon nearby that can suppress these things. But at the moment that's not the case. You do not have one of those nearby, and as a result, this effect is happening. Spoilers, by the way.
This
I mean,
is a fairly close equivalent to the whole insanity thing in Cthulhu. The more you use magic, the more negative consequences appear. Except
No,
in
it's
this
not
case, it's less
negative
sort of-
though.
It's less psychological and more just a big fucking demon fist to the face.
It
No,
does
'cause
make me
in
wonder.
Cthulhu, it's not necessarily always negative. It's just more like craziness.
This isn't
essentially.
always
Have you
negative.
seen the femme Thulu dating game? It's not
Oh my
always
God.
negative.
You know,
Well,
it does make me
you've seen it,
wonder.
right?
It does make me wonder about that town that we saved by using magic to put all of the house fires out.
I mean, what as Hope in chat points out, what Trigger's given us here is the ability to infinitely summon demons who may attack us, but they may not if we run away quickly enough.
If you run away quickly enough, these Yangoloths, you've dealt with them before and just gone, oh yeah, there's a town over there, go eat babies, and they'll
I know,
wander
yeah.
off.
Again, it was me.
Yeah,
Let's be aware that I have been doing nothing but diplomacy this
Mhm.
whole time.
but you know, if a
You're
Yangoloth
the
is
person who
standing there,
murdered an entire pirate leader and his crew, and
They deserve it.
uh-huh.
Also, wasn't it Kiki who killed the leader?
Mm-hmm. I killed one, she killed the other.
Mm-hmm.
I killed the first one, who was our enemy. Di killed our friend.
Oh,
I
yeah.
killed the guy. I killed the guy that was actually your friend. Yeah.
He called her a coward.
Yes.
Drake, I just DM'd you something, but also, whose turn is it?
It has just been Kiki's turn, so it is now Coat's turn. He is, however, stunned.
so it's not my turn.
So it would be Atia's turn. Let me deal with the DM.
Okay. Well.
I'll be right back.
They do bludgeoning damage, so probably should use this.
Oh, you should go punch the demon guy.
Thing is, like, I don't think I can, right? Because coat's right in front of me.
No, you can move that diagonally.
So I could go here.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah.
You could go all Mario style and just eat a mushroom, get big.
Yeah, I could.
Just giganticize in the doorway and not let anyone out.
That would also be a problem, right? Because if I do that, you guys are probably much getting like locked behind me.
I mean, we could go between your legs, I guess.
So I guess I'm going to go here and attack.
Masterwork short sword 11, 14, and 13.
Yeah, not great rolls.
No.
I did as well have the resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing for 1 minute.
Yes, you have resistance. However, you completely managed to not hit.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm pretty sad. I tried, guys.
It's a really big monster, and
Wait,
you just
actually,
sort of steps to the left, steps to the right, steps to the left.
am I able to use this or not? Have I used?
That's if you hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind then. Yeah,
You know, it does make me wonder. We've put so much work into making sure that Atia's got nice swords to miss the enemy with.
I know, right?
I know, especially me having to reforge them.
I mean, could I use this? Could I charm him
at the end of his turn?
Does it have to be?
Yeah.
But it already ended its turn before, I suppose.
Yeah, I know. We're not retroactively doing
Okay.
stuff. I've had enough
So
of
could I
doing
have
that.
this prepared for when he does?
At the end of his turn, you can do that. Sure.
Okay, thank you. That's me done then.
It is Archie's turn.
Okay. I don't suppose I can step besides. Well, can Sparky move to here? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you moved to there, would that cause an
Nope.
attack?
No, he can move there. He's not moving out of the
Right, so
combat
I can just
range.
keep having him move around, yeah?
You can keep him moving around to the thing, yes.
So I'm going to move him around to there.
Okay.
And let's see if we can taser bite this guy. Well, actually, that's non-lethal. Let's try the regular damage first.
Sure.
Does a 16 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Ah, shame. Okay. So if I were to move to here and then there, does that invoke an attack?
Yes, it does. Are you doing that?
No, I'm just asking if it would.
Okay. If you move your token again, I will assume that is what your move is, and I will invoke an attack. By all means, click on it to ping, but you should know that you move in and then out of an attack area, that will invoke it.
Fair enough. In which case, I suppose I would like to use a spell. Where is it?
You're
Your
going to use a
swords, are
spell.
they magical?
Sorry, what pardon?
I'm asking Di if she has magic swords.
No, they're just covered in silver.
They're now magical.
Okay. Thank you.
What level spell is that?
I believe that's a level 2.
Right. Okay.
And then for my second attack, I'm going to lightning the Yangalov.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
No, it doesn't.
All right, that's me done.
Okay. It is Maximus Broadside's turn.
Hang on a sec. Right. Well, I think I'll be using the window because I don't suspect I can get past it from the inside. I expect I'll be using the window to escape. So what shall I roll to jump down safely and elegantly with no broken knees?
If you do me an acrobatics roll.
Okay, I want to shoot him while I'm jumping out for extra style points.
You want to jump out of the window, and as you're jumping, roll backwards and fire a shot at him. Oh,
Fire a shot and then jump out, or jump out while firing a shot.
which would you like to do? Do you want to fire a shot and then jump out the window, or do you want to jump out the window whilst firing a shot as some sort of action movie-esque kind of thing?
Definitely going with the action movie-esque, and also the window has no glass, so there's no glass shattering to worry about.
No, that is fine. Roll me your attack roll, please.
All right. I probably could use a bonus action to put on the Slayer's Prayer. Actually, I'll leave it for now. Favored foe. It is favored foe.
And that is 16 plus 2, which does hit. It is a magical weapon. Piercing effect. Right.
I would go to there, I think.
You land there. You are a story and a half lower than he is now. He does get to swing as an attack of opportunity as you leave that.
I have this.
Which he makes with disadvantage.
Ooh.
He critically fails and smashes the beam of the wall as you jump out of the window. Pulverizes the chunk of the window as it goes, and cries out in surprise, pain, and surprise again, and surprise that you've just done some sort of mad jumping out the window whilst firing an arrow move. Pain because you just shot him in the shoulder, and those pointy sticks hurt. And then pain again because he's smashed his fist into the side of a wall. He can't reach you now. You are, like I said, a story below him and outside. He is in a building. He's going to have to make his way outside through a door that is too small for him to fit. Good move, mate.
I should have collapsed on him, though. No, I think I still can do one more thing, actually. I think I can still take another attack. As long as the jump doesn't count.
Yeah, no, that's part of your movement, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can... What, you're going to shoot at the other Yangalov at this point?
Probably.
Right, so
it might be a better idea to deal with this one. I have a plan for it, but...
I don't have a very good shot at him anymore because of the angle you're at. Because you are literally a floor, below, and the window's a bit different. I'll give you the shot if you want to.
Assuming these are wheelbarrows, I don't think it would change.
No, I suppose not.
In that case, I shall take my second shot. Do I still have a bonus action left for this turn, or do we say I've used that?
You've used a movement. You've used an attack. Haven't used a bonus action unless you've called Slayer's Prey this round, which you haven't so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. See,
okay.
As far as I can tell with Slayer's Prey, there's no downside. I should just use it on everything I'm fighting.
Yes, you are. It is kind of that sort of deal. You are
Nice. So as long as I just pick a single target, we're good to go.
yeah.
So I will, in fact, pick, and I can change it as well as long as I spend the bonus action. So I'll pick this guy here,
Okay.
slay as prey, and then I shall shoot a pointy stick at him.
Sure.
I don't have the thing for Hunter's Mark, but I don't think we're going to lose these guys. One of those, no sharpshooter and favored foe, yes. Ooh. Big hit, poor damage.
Big hit, poor damage. Nonetheless, definitely nicks him on the across the ribs.
I can add this damage. Oh, fantastic.
Wow, that's unlucky.
Several ones in a row. Thanks. I've got all your luck today, Di.
I know, man.
It is the Yangaloth's turn. Coat.
The best outcome I can see from this fight is one of them sets the entire place on fire, so we don't have to. I may have just given Trig an idea.
Right.
Should I protect you from this one, Coat? Should I have him re-roll it? Can I?
Can you?
Can I? Don't know.
Can
It
you
says
use
you
it?
can use it however many times.
Yeah,
Was it your
I can use
proficiency?
it 2 more times. Yeah,
Okay.
I have 3. I could use it 3.
Sure, why not? And then it turns into a critical hit, and I get even worse.
That's my concern, right?
Okay. Right. So
Well, let's see what happens.
I rolled it. When you were incapacitated, isn't it an automatic hit?
No, you're just flat-footed, so you don't get your dexterity bonus to your AC.
What is your AC without your dexterity bonus? It's 15.
Is flat-footed a thing in 5e?
I don't know. That sounds
Is
much
it
more.
not?
That sounds much more like Pathfinder to me. Which is we're playing Pathfinder at the moment on another
Yeah, it
day,
doesn't.
and it's stunned rules 5e.
I can't
Stunned
see
creature is
any rules in the
incapacitated.
compendium for flat-footed. So
No.
I guess that's, yeah. I'm thinking 3.5.
Attack rolls have advantage. Okay, so it's a 16 rather than a 15. Does 16 hit?
Yeah. No.
Hey. That is fortuitous. At which point, it just punches you. And gets a 13, which misses. Somehow, you weathered that one
Managed.
rather nicely.
Yay.
The other one, the
Action.
one that was in just shot at by Uzalu and watches Uzalu leap out of the window as he's punched it, is rather surprised at the whole thing, and sees his mate out there surrounded by you lot, and casts a spell.
Oh god, he's going to summon more of himself.
No, he can cast a spell without.
Well, then why
Without
can't
that.
Di? Or maybe she can.
Die! A stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long and 5 foot wide blasts out from the direction of the Angaloth towards you.
Good thing the rule set isn't considering the fact that she's wrapped in metal.
Yeah, indeed. It arcs actually over you, Uzalu. You are out of sight of him from where he's looking, so you were fortunate in this particular case. Di, you must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I might have advantage on that, right? Let me just double check.
Tell me why, and I will.
No, I'm just double checking the runes because some of them give me passives as well.
While she's double checking that, I did roll initiative for Fluffy, and you deleted him from the bottom, and he's gone. I think he had about a 10. Can I bring him in next round behind me?
Yes, you can bring him in next round behind you. Let me behind you.
Okay. This is not a wisdom insight check, right?
No, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Dex saving throw, beat 16.
Let me roll that now. Forgive me. So I just click. What do I just dexterity?
Mm-hmm. Don't beat it. Yeah, they're both on the same turn order.
Alright. Did you see my message about the spelling? Because different things seem to call them Yagnaloth versus Yangaloth.
I didn't, and
Oh, it's a saving throw, right?
yes.
Doesn't matter much.
Yeah, 10.15.
You've rolled the same thing twice though. Roll d20 plus 4, and then
Sorry, no, I clicked. One was dexterity, one was dexterity save. I don't know if it's the same thing or not.
it's the same. It's the same
Okay,
roll.
okay,
It's the same
okay.
roll of the dice. Like
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
uh 8d6. Take 28 lightning damage.
What'll do? There you go.
Cool. Right, it is Cecilia's turn.
I'm just gonna stick Fluffy back in. He should be on a 10.14. So I'll adjust that.
Can adjust that for you. 10.14. Okay, got it.
Right. And I'm gonna move in. That's 30 foot.
Yes.
And I'm gonna stab him.
20 hits. It's a magical weapon, so it does
Yep.
full damage.
Is he stunned?
Constitution saving throw of DC 14. Let's have a find out, shall we? He is somehow stunned by that. Damn.
Yes.
And I'll stab him again, just for good measure.
Great. Okay, so he has taken 13 and 23 damage.
That's my turn.
Okay. He's stunned for a turn. Coat, you are back on the field. You are unstunned at this point in time. And in front of you stands a beastie that seems to be stunned. You know how he feels. However, your compassion only goes so far as appreciating his situation.
Well, I wish to banish this evil. It's a 15 hit.
F15 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay, then I don't hit. And I'm going to let's see. Should I heal myself with the spell?
Your healing so far, I will grant you this knowledge. Your healing so far has not brought in anything that you recognise as a negative consequence.
All right. Anyway, 3d4 plus Alright, that ends my turn.
Yeah, take 13 health.
Is this why the natives are plagued with so many white devils?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Atia, even though you've just been belted by a huge amount of electricity, you are not in any way, shape, or form stunned. You are sporting a new and slightly more vertical hairstyle, but other than that, you are unfazed. You are angered, and you are embarrassed at the fact that you haven't been able to hit anything with your sword so far, even though it's the size of a barn door.
I know. This thing is stunned, right? So, like, surely.
You have advantage on
Surely.
your hits with it being stunned. It doesn't stop you
Yeah.
from rolling a 14.
And
no.
as gave me like magical thingy as
It
well.
gives you +1 to hit, +1 to damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Your first shot hits. Your second shot, you fortunately just about don't throw it into the wall
Craig,
beside you.
add
So
+1 to it.
I know that's why why she hasn't thrown it into the wall beside.
That was
You
rough.
know,
Then.
she's got advantage. You just said.
I know this is why she rolled 11, which is a natural, which is a 2, which is why I'm saying that she fortunately didn't throw it into the mountainside, but only just.
All right.
Do you want to interrupt me some more? Do you want to interject anything else?
Hey! Don't punish me. I haven't done anything.
No, I know.
I'm just trying to help.
Quit
I'm just sitting here, man.
Quit helping. As it's magic, you get full damage on those as well, and that's 12 and 17. Not 17.
I mean, some damage was done. I'm happy.
So
This is much better than my last one.
Indeed.
I'm not able to take a potion, am I?
Not after 3 attacks, no, because
Okay.
that's your bonus action as well as
That's
your
fine.
actions.
That's fine.
You can make a movement whilst he's stunned. You could get out of the way. He can't attack whilst he's stunned.
I mean, I could.
It's giving you options. I'm not saying you should or not. You are the team tank. Being right in front of it in his face is kind of weird. But
Yeah, I do need someone to deal with the other one sniping me with lasers, though.
yes.
I mean, I'll leave it for now. My turn's over.
Okay. It is in that case Archie's turn.
Okay.
So, got Sparky and Archie want to take your turns.
Yeah, sure. Is an 18 a hit?
An 18 is a hit. It takes 6 damage.
Hey. And let's see what was it. Is a 17 a hit?
17. Just.
I'm going to add the +4 on that. And is a 23 a hit?
17 was a hit. So you +4, so that's 13 and
11.
11.
And that's my turn.
Okay. He's looking a bit busted up. It is Maximus's turn.
Right. So I'm not sure what old Yang here in the building is going to be doing now. Maybe he'll try and find someone to offer universal basic income to, but short of knowing what he's doing, I was thinking maybe the watchtower would be a good vantage point, but it would take too long to get there. So actually, here's a question, Trig. Okay, he's not within range of my arrow trap, but he might be next turn. If next time he moves.
There is one
In which
more shot
case-
left in that arrow trap at this point. Yes,
Yeah, I thought there were two, but I might be wrong.
because there was one fired as when the barb demon came out, then one shot at both of them, so that's 3. There was 4 in total. There's 1 left.
I didn't know that the other one had been hit by one. Okay, that's fine. Right, well, in which case I guess I will I will presage this distinct possibility that the Angaloth just comes crashing through the entire wall down onto me and move. Let's move. How let's just test how far I could move down here. If I did something, I don't know if you guys can see this appearing on the screen. So if I did something like that, that would be too far for one turn, and then also attacking.
Like what? I can't see.
Like that.
Oh, like
Oh,
that.
there we go.
That would be too far for
Yes,
one turn and
that's-
also attacking, so I'm not doing that. All right, in that case, I will go to there. That's 30 foot.
Yep. Okay. You're
Assuming
lucky
I can then shoot.
because he's stunned at the present moment. He can't get an attack of opportunity on you. So great. Yeah.
Fair enough. He would also be using disadvantage, but yes. Okay, I will then shoot the man. So I think I'll leave it for now. So Hunter's Mark, I do have Slayer Spray on this one.
Yes, you do.
No sharpshooter, but yes, favored foe. It's 1.
16 does not hit.
Shame. Maybe this will. That's better.
That definitely does hit.
As is correct, I think the final shot on the arrow trap should have hit the one that's currently on it.
You know what it should have done at this point. You are right.
So I will do this. Oh, brilliant!
Every little
Make
help,
sure you
yes.
knock that 1 damage off, Trig. It's going to be very important. I saw the bar move.
It's taken its 0.5% of damage. Sure.
Hey, that chip damage adds up.
It does. It does.
Dai is
Given
very
his
familiar
turn,
with
I
how
guess
much
it was
1
his
point
turn.
meant in the Grand Magic games.
It is
I
Fluffy's
get it.
turn.
Fairy tale reference.
Hello? Kiki, people? Am I still here?
Yes,
What's
yes,
up?
Can you hear me?
yes.
This is Fluffy's turn, I believe.
Okay, Fluffy is going to indulge in a favorite underworld snack. Yangaloth here, I believe, is quite prominent for Hellhound dental care.
Your mic seems to be significantly worse all of a sudden, Kiki. Did something happen?
I moved it.
Okay.
Is that better?
A little bit, yeah. Wouldn't mention it except that I could barely hear you.
What about now?
It's a bit worse.
The Yangaloth roars in pain, and then the claw comes in. And actually, you know what? Would you like to tell me how you have killed that particular demon?
I mean, he's already pretty wounded. He's just ripped his ear off and gone off and sat down chewing it in a corner.
Okay. When ripping the ear off, it has actually taken a large chunk of the side of the head of that Yangaloth. Yangaloth roars, falls to the ground, and dies, quivering. It's last quiver.
That's kind of a Doom style killing blow, actually. All right, well, I mean that's all. That's it for the demons, I say, as the last one crashes through the side of the building.
Well, you say it crashes through the side of the building, it actually doesn't.
Is it just going to sit there sad, like, oh, I want
No.
to fight?
It teleports over here,
Oh, for
Oh,
fuck's sake!
yeah, of course.
and
They teleport now.
Oh.
They teleport now.
it would have had advantage, but it doesn't. So it actually misses Sparky with its gigantic punch. So yeah, it has made its move. It has not been able to do anything with that attack. Which means it's Cecilia's turn. Cecilia, you've noticed a sort of whooshing popping noise behind you, and turn around to find a Yangloth there punching the ground near your feet, missing Sparky.
I would like to stab it.
By all means, please
Boy,
have
I
a
sure
stab.
hope we can. I sure hope we can kill these things before they accidentally set the whole place on fire.
You hit it.
Is it stunned?
Find out. Unfucking believable. Yes, it's stunned.
Yes.
It's got a fucking plus
Trick, does it have
5.
advantage?
It sadly not. Otherwise, you know.
I think it should have disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stab it again. That is my turn.
You have advantage on that because it is stunned. So the 23 hits, delivering 13 points of damage to it.
Man, these Yanglas are getting fucking stun locked.
Yeah. You guys are tough now. You know, you should be able to knock out a couple of these things.
I don't feel like I've gained much power since the start of the campaign, except for my new bow. Maybe I haven't leveled up properly or something.
Bro, you're doing way more damage than
in
I
here.
am.
Yeah.
Dude, my damage is so terrible.
You started the
because you don't
campaign at
hit
like level
anything.
a couple of levels, and you're now what, level 8, 9?
8, I
8.
think.
8.
So whose turn
Feather
is
on
it?
dot, yeah?
It is. Yeah. It's sorry. It's Cope.
Ah, yes. I'm gonna use a 5th level spell. No.
I'm going to summon a cathedral,
Oh.
which I think is a legitimate 9th level priest spell.
I mean, these.
Yeah.
Not,
This,
I don't remember conjure animals ever conjuring anything other than animals.
Yep. There is many advantages to this particular situation.
I think it
you
probably
know.
depends on the level you're using of the spell, right?
It does. It does.
I'm gonna
various.
I'm gonna conjure a couple bears then.
Cool. Where would you like the bears to appear?
I don't know if there's room over there, but if not, then here. Well,
Okay.
I definitely want one on this side, and if possible, one on that side.
I don't know if we can get one on that side. That looks like there's an awful lot of
In which
building
case,
the way.
you could put them like here and here.
Okay.
I am going to be repositioning, by the way. So if you're relying on me for flanking in any way, probably not a good idea.
No, I'm just getting them somewhere they even can get to, and I'm
Was I meant to have Was I meant to have cantrips?
I'm also gonna marginally heal
You
myself.
should have some cantrips. Yeah.
I don't have any cantrips at all. I probably should look into that.
Hang on, you're a ranger, right?
Yeah.
No.
Because I feel like at some point someone might have said, so before next session, just pick a couple of spells to add, and I was like, yep, I'll
No.
definitely remember.
You don't
And then
get
didn't.
cantrips. You just get first, second, third, fourth, and fifth level spells.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You're only a half caster.
Racist. D, I would unmute you if Trig allows it, but we're currently doing a D&D, so
Yeah.
it's participants only
Not
usually.
Not whilst we're playing the game.
Yeah.
Right, Coat, is that your entire turn?
Yeah, I also, like I said, marginally healed myself.
Cool. Okay, in that case, it is Atia's turn.
Okay.
Difficulty getting you.
Could I go? I'm able to go here, yeah?
No. I think
No?
the easiest, the best place you could get to is probably there, because there's like building here
Yeah.
and monster all around.
I'll be able to attack it from there, though, yeah?
You will be able to attack it from that corner, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's I don't think it's us worrying about being surrounded by monsters at the moment so much as the other way around. I mean, look
Certainly.
at this guy.
Certainly, he is. Yes, in a bad way. Okay, hit, and not a hit.
Advantage because of flanking.
Yes, still hit, and not a hit.
Yes.
You know, AC beats 16.
I know I misread the first attack. I thought, hang on, but the advantage gave her a 16.
That. Okay. Cool. Is that all you? Yeah.
Isn't and Ez's added bonus thing, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. Right, you've got one on those.
Oh, does that make your 16 there a 17?
Does make it a. That would make that last one a hit.
Yay!
Remembered.
Hey, I'm useful.
Thanks, Jez.
Debatable. Right. It is. Speaking of you, it is your turn, Archie. Give it a bash.
We've
Right.
never said you're not useful. We've always said you've at least got scrap value.
Yes. 27 hits.
That's critical, so 8 damage.
Yes.
Yes, I do big damage numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button on that. Please ignore that.
You did.
There you go.
That worked. That hit, and that did 6 damage.
And that does 11. I'm going to use the +6 on that one.
That does 7.
That's it. I am done.
Okay. Uzalu, it is your turn, sir.
Goodness gracious me. I was expecting to be pummeled before my next turn. I suppose I have Kiki to thank for that.
Stun luck.
Right. Yeah.
Good.
Okay, well, given he's stunned, I think I can just walk out of his range. I'm just looking for anywhere nearby I could stand. Trig, these buildings here, either of them have a window pointing in this direction?
Yes.
In that case, let's see what the movement looks like. If I go something like...
Doors for both of
that.
those are over here and over here, so you...
Yes. I think I can just about do it in 30 if I do that.
Sure.
All right, so I am inside. I have a little bit of cover, and I'm going to try prolonging. Actually, is it worth ensnaring strike on him? Because, I mean, he's not going to be moving anyway, even when he is out. And Kiki's got him pretty well stunned, and he's almost dead anyway. So I think I won't bother with the stunning strike. Actually, I'll just hit him very hard.
Nice.
He could teleport.
That's a good point. Does this prevent teleportation? Let me post it in chat. You tell me if it prevents teleportation. Oh, he's a large creature. He'll have advantage. But if he's stunned, can he even make the saving throw?
He's considered incapacitated.
Yeah, whilst he's stunned, which for the next turn he is, until the end of Kiki's turn, he's stunned.
An incapacitated creature cannot take actions or reactions. That includes movement and bonus actions.
Yep.
I don't see anything in here about preventing teleportation. It probably doesn't.
He can teleport out of that, but he can't teleport out of that whilst he's stunned.
To be fair, it's not going to have any effect, because as soon as he can move, he'll be able to break that, because he's very strong and he has advantage on it being a big creature. So I won't bother. What I will do is apply this to him.
Yep.
For a bonus action, and then just throw damage at it.
That's the trick.
That's not too bad. Another one. No on that, and yes on that. Ooh.
Oof. Okay, so you've done 30...
That's the Medusa effect as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and he can't react to it either. Have I just turned him to stone?
No,
Holy
it takes 3 fails to turn him to stone. But he is starting the process. You were correct. Hold on a second. 31, 40.
So he is restrained though. Lads, do you want a Yangaloth statue? Because if so, just keep it restrained for 3 turns.
We
I mean,
had
that
one.
does
I
sound
thought.
kind of
They're difficult to
interesting.
move around.
We did have one before.
You did have one on the boat.
I mean,
Imagine
I
the
hate
vampires
to be
get
the-
back and they just find like 2 dead demons and a Yangaloth statue. What the fuck happened here? Just fire everywhere and
I hate
a
to be the
broken
killjoy.
window and smashed up building.
Hate to be the killjoy on it, but like, he does still get his constitution save. Like, otherwise, I could just stab him every turn and have infinite stun lock.
Yes.
And the same thing could be used against us.
Which he makes, to be honest.
Ah.
But that's okay. He doesn't have very much health left. And
We're just in a murder circle.
it's
This thing.
it's Fluffy's turn. Yeah.
Quick, someone cast a really powerful magic spell so we can do this some more.
Yes, let's do it.
We don't need Fluffy to try and squeeze in there. He's going to move over here and keep chewing his ear.
Okay. In that case, it would be the Anglo's turn, but he's stunned. Coat, can you roll me a thingy turn order for the brown bears?
You've always managed them. I have no idea how to do that.
You know what? You're right. I have, haven't I? Here we go.
My instructions to them are pretty obviously to attack the thing.
Right. Well. Oh, well, they get there. Fight and claws. Fight and claws. Nope. Yes. Yes. Christ, all of them. Fuck. So that is 7. It's dead.
Hey.
Woo. The bears just mauled it to death.
Well, I mean, they got the finishing blows on it. Yes.
So much for that fucking vampire protector. She was useless.
She's not her fight. She wasn't getting involved in that. She's still in the mine.
She was there to protect us.
No, she wasn't.
She literally said she was.
She's there to protect you from vampires or help you with vampires. You creating demons out of nowhere, and that's your deal. She's having nothing to do with demons. Oof, no.
Can I
Well, sorry, Di. It looks like you don't have a chance with her.
So, these demons, as you are standing around going, phew, that was a wild fight. They all
before they oh okay.
fucking vanish in front of you.
I wanted to take some blood from them.
And the demon ear that Fluffy was chewing, he finds he's chewing nothing. They have
Wow.
returned to the demon realm.
You're going to deny a pupper his...
Yes. Yep. They vanish into nothing. They return back to whence they came.
That's
Does
an
anyone
interesting
have any
one.
healing?
So, shall we be slightly more conservative with the magic we use then?
Apparently.
So the tally is, I summoned a tiny imp that we wouldn't have noticed if not for you guys summoning 2 Yangaloths and a barbed demon.
By you guys, you mean Ez.
As did the barbed, yes.
I did not summon the big guys.
I mean, barbed devils are pretty
So
nasty.
once again, Ez has justified being kicked out of the party violently.
What do you mean once again? I've never done anything. to
Nobody has a
justify it.
healing, do they, by chance?
Yeah, I can heal. What's up?
Yeah, that fucking beam of light that is used was or lightning was quite.
How much damage do you have? Like, how much health are you missing?
35.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll start rolling some shit.
I mean, I
And
suppose we
casting
can't just
some
take a
spells.
rest here, can we?
You want to
There
take
you
a
go,
rest
there's
here.
5.
I get the feeling we probably need to get back to the village.
Why? You
No,
haven't completed your
what
mission
we
at
came
the
here to
moment.
do is not done yet.
Yeah.
This was literally a pure distraction. There's nothing, there's no point in doing that. It was just us using magic that caused that.
Mm-hmm.
Turn up, dispels an illusion that's obviously hiding something, notices a demon, and runs outside, summons more demons, says, well, job well done, and leaves.
I've healed you by 17 die.
Okay, thank you.
Whilst all this noise is quieting down, as the noise quietens down, Sandy pops her head out and just goes, "Is that over? What was that all about?"
Shit, another one, shoot it.
Bear in mind that literally only a minute and a half in real time has actually really happened. Maybe a little more than that. But I heard a lot of roaring and noise. Looks around, doesn't see any bodies or anything.
Oh, don't worry, Sandy. We were just messing around out here. Yeah, don't worry about it. You're fine.
Okay.
The beds are still there, right?
What happened to the demon, and where did... She sort of looks exasperated and goes, "Guys, you need to come and see this. Those rocks were an illusion."
No fucking shit. Oh my god.
Well, good thing we use magic to remove the illusion.
Oh my god. Hey, guys, guess what I've just noticed that I have?
What?
Yeah, but do you know you're charmed, though?
Causing you to be charmed or frightened, it's literally in the thing.
She'd have to realize she's charmed, though.
We have been saying it.
You
the
have
whole
been
time.
pointing it out, yes.
What,
I don't know how more.
character?
We've literally said she's charmed to her
Yeah,
face.
but she wouldn't want to believe that she is.
Yes,
But
You know
no,
what?
but this
She could
thing
still
gives her
test it out.
the
You
thing
could- yeah.
to do
Yeah,
it. It says
I'm-
charmed on it.
Hey, Cecilia, test out your stillness of mind to prove you're not charmed. There you go. Now you can cast it.
I need some key points back anyway. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to spend some time meditating, during which time I will practice my stillness of mind.
So we're taking a short rest.
We're gonna.
I mean,
show you the
how long
artwork
do you need?
made
How
afterwards.
long do you need for that, Kiki?
I mean, this is like an action. It's like 2 seconds.
Okay. Okay, there you go. You're taking your action. Cool. You you realise that there was something was weird. Was that wasn't right. You're now you're filled with anger at the fact that the Reverend seemed to have been, you know, doing some sort of mind control over you. He didn't have control over you completely or anything, but you definitely feel like the way you used to feel about him, and the full trust that you had in him is completely dispelled, and you now sort of realise that he was tricking you in some way. You feel angered, annoyed about
Hey,
it.
Cecilia, opinion on the Reverend?
We need to kill him.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
Sandy at that point goes, "Well, yeah, you need to come in and see this quickly."
All right, let's go
Shall we
back
go see
into the
what she wants
cave.
to
We
show
go,
us?
and this time Uzalu will be with us.
I guess I might as well. Nothing's changed since last time, but
No,
What's
you want to
that,
set up a
Sandy?
cordon of
Have we go
arrows,
down
bro,
the old
before we
road?
leave?
set up a fucking cordon of imp.
If
mean-
you summon a cordon of arrows and it summons an imp on it, then does it immediately shoot and
I was
skewer
just
the imp
thinking
and just
that.
leave you with 3?
It doesn't.
She
Right.
did summon it outside the range of the cordon of arrows.
It does. It does. What happens? Did you notice me rolling a d8 whenever something was
I
happening?
think so.
Right. That d8 corresponds to essentially a wheel starting 1 at the top left, 2, 3 top right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, going round in a circle, round centered on where you are.
Yeah, you've
that-
been muttering all like, "Oh, you're lucky,"
Yeah,
the whole time.
That determines the direction the beastie is going to appear. It then appears at within 30 to 40 feet of where you are, depending on a deef, essentially. Or wherever it can within that range. But yes. They don't appear right next to you, or right next to where the spell is. Because that is really fucking bullshit. That would be impossible to deal with. Also, they wouldn't have a chance of running off, which they sometimes do in that case, because they're like, woohoo, I'm free, I'm in a human world, I get to go and eat some babies. Off I go. Fuck that, I'm not fighting those guys, they look far too tough. Or not. Some of them. Right, so, you're all here, 1, 2, 3... That's here. This is the... Okay. Sandy is standing over here going, look, I made it go away.
You've not moved us on the
Wow.
map yet.
Wow,
Oh,
this
I've not
bitch
moved the
taking
map.
credit.
Yeah. You see, what she did was she looked around the rock and she found that there was a little button on the side next to the rock. And I'm pressing
Like a
that.
Scooby-Doo mansion.
Yeah, the illusion vanished.
But that's not what happened.
Oh yes, it is. Not the
But
one
didn't
you're
Ez,
at.
like, just... Okay.
This one over here.
Oh, okay.
The vampires were just old Mr. Johnson with projectors and mirrors. He just wanted to scare away the tourists so that he would increase the value of the property.
So we still
And I
have
would have
up
gotten away
to
with it
check,
too if
by
it
the
weren't for
way.
you meddling adventurers.
You do
I
have
mean-
up to check. You're right.
We still have
I mean,
up
I know
to
you were,
check.
I know you were
Yes.
desperate for a rational reason, Uzalu, right?
Would you like to check up,
I mean,
Di?
vampires who believe that.
Yeah, that's
don't
a
jump to the bar-
pretty
don't jump to the
ridiculous
party.
concept.
I could do with a bit of healing if you have an opportunity. Correct.
Oh yeah, sure.
Atia, is your max health actually 69?
Yeah.
Lol. Nice.
Nice, to be honest.
Etc.
Yeah.
There's 10. Uzla.
Thank you. That's quite helpful.
Let me see the health sign.
So we can go up or to the right.
This next one's
guys.
on myself.
You can. Which would
Uh,
you like to go?
Trig, this
mean,
green,
Sandy-
is this grass or water?
The green. This is like an oily substance. It's got a
Ah.
green tinge to it.
Can I throw a? Does Fluffy's fireball follow specifically people or entities and objects as well? If I pick one.
It depends. What do you want to throw your fireball? This is your homing fireball thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not talking about now. It can be like a day later.
Okay.
I have a nurse's outfit from our horror episode. I'm going to throw it into this oil pit.
Okay. Bring up the. In fact, I'll have a look because I don't think that counts. If I remember rightly, fireball. Chewing hell breath. As an action that chooses a non-fiend creature it has seen before. Nurses' outfits aren't
Right.
creatures.
Okay, in that case, never mind.
Right. So, are you going up or are you going to the right?
I say
I think we're going right. Sandy was very keen on us
Yes.
following her.
Yes. And at the mention of going up to the in the up direction, she points out that she looked down there, and actually the track is blocked by more rocks that seem to be actual real rocks. There is actually no path up that you can make.
Seems strange to hide a rockfall with an illusory rockfall.
I mean, I think we should check it just to be sure.
You want to check it?
Sure.
Do you want the DM to tell you that over there is more rockfall, or are you going to take Sandy's word for it? Because there is no path there. There is no map there. I haven't created a map. There is no going there.
Okay. To the right, I
Just-
guess then.
Yes. You walk down the tunnel. It is dark, but your night vision, dark vision, etc., light the way. Get to a new open area. Roll me a perception, anyone that wants to roll a perception.
Sure.
Okay, well, thank God for Maximus. As you're looking around, you notice a slightly darker area of ground in a couple of places.
Are we supposed to be on the same map?
Not on the
I
same
see a
map.
different map. I see a
Different
new
map.
map.
Same. I
Yeah.
see.
I'm going to refresh.
Also, I saw your ping, Uzalu.
You see a spot, a darkened point on the ground over to the left of you. It looks distinctly like a pressure plate.
That also
Oh,
seems
I
to be
noticed
some.
that, did I? I guess I rolled well.
Yeah, you rolled 27 on your perception.
I shall
There also
inform the
seems to
party.
be some.
I see 2 pressure plates there and there. And the latter pressure plate seems to have some barrels behind it marked with something. Looks like a
Yeah,
skull.
it is. I think they're much. They must be important. They're much higher resolution than everything else.
They're not part of the background that Trig purchased from Patreon.
Purchased.
Oh, matey. Purchased with blood. The
No,
bloody
the
true.
I'll give them a plug. The 2-minute tabletop site has an awful lot of free content.
Okay.
That they provide. They do sort of say that if you want to leave them a tip, they are well worthy of a tip. To be honest, if I were more wealthy than I am, I would probably be buying some of that. I do use a lot of their. Yes, you've noticed, indeed, some barrels and some what looked like a pressure plate, and perhaps even the barrels and the pressure plate may even be connected.
You can get in a lot of trouble for noticing things, especially things that are connected these days.
Absolutely, you can. You are quite right in that. As the author of the Dilbert cartoon is probably going to find out very soon.
Hey, the skulls on those barrels seem to have an unusually large nasal cavity.
Perhaps they're orc
I'm sure it's
skulls.
nothing.
Skulls.
Perhaps they are. Who knows? In fact, I will tell you now. On those barrels, you notice there are 3 letters written on there. T, N, and T.
I wonder what that could mean. I don't think anyone in the party would know.
You wouldn't.
Maybe
In,
Archie would.
It's written in a strange language, though, that to the untrained eye appears to be Danger.
Yes.
If you looked at it in a mirror and you only spoke Russian, you thought it said "teat."
White.
Wow.
What should I roll to know if I know what that is?
Roll me history,
History.
Yeah.
Okay.
because you've been reading it in books. If you and you
Wow.
do not know what TNT means.
With a roll that low, what that means is that you've read loads of stuff around it and just happened to miss it every time.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen explosives before, though, right? I guess only black powder.
Yeah, you've only seen gunpowder.
It's probably just wine. Let's go take it. That's not. I'm not actually saying that.
Can the rest of us roll history or no?
The rest of you, sure, you can all roll history if you'd like. Archie stood a better chance than most of you.
Okay.
By any chance, is this medicine?
Holy crap, Uzalu, you surmise, from your extensive reading in various libraries that you've looking at and so on, you've somewhere along the line in the past you've seen these before, and you know that those are big bang level explosives in those barrels, and probably quite a lot of danger in dealing with them if you're not trained and familiar with them.
Now, Atia, this is your area of expertise because that thing is a big bang.
Hey.
Okay.
In fact, because there's multiple of them, it's sort of a gang of. Well, never mind. We should avoid those barrels; they will explode, and those pressure plates probably activate them. We should be careful of that area of the room entirely, to be honest.
Okay. So don't go over there.
Be on the lookout for more traps.
Probably.
I mean, I'm sure they only left those 2. I mean, what's the point in putting any more traps?
Could I roll perception?
Sure. Roll me another perception.
All right. Well, guys, I you know.
Guy wanders onto the pressure plate.
So,
Is this room in general what Sandy wanted to show us, or is there something more specific?
yes. She was like, I haven't gone any further because it smells. That there's a smell of blood coming from down here. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anyone. But yeah, I can smell human blood and something else. It's, again, it's very
What do you mean
quiet.
something else?
I don't know. Something else. The place is
I recommend.
full of horrible smells, oily smells, and smells of death, and smells of all.
I recommend we do a stealth roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Cecilia is gone.
Cecilia is able to find a shadow and slip into it, and much like some cats, is now pretty much able to spawn out of any given shadow near her. Okay. Archie, not so much. Di, not so much. Uzalu, not so much.
So that
But,
yeah, the heavy armor's doing disadvantage. Shame because I fucking did a crit success on that as well.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, it's a disadvantage with the heavy armor. That's okay. That's okay. I'm sure nothing bad will come of you clanking along in heavy armor.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to roll. There.
If those that
There you
have got stealth want to go ahead and leave the heavy,
We draw the attention, you scurry off into the darkness to ambush.
I mean, sure.
There's I'm not sure I should be in heavy armor actually. I've got half plate, which is considered medium armor. Unless we're talking about the the tinfoil on Medusa, which I don't think is heavy either.
I don't think that's heavy armor.
Yeah, it's medium.
It wouldn't really make sense.
No. It does have a stealth disadvantage actually.
Yeah, it does.
That's not based on the category. It's like even padded actually gives a disadvantage.
Stealth is very much you wearing light armor. And
Depends on the specific.
Yeah.
Well, no. Padded's light armor and it gives a disadvantage.
Oh God, yeah. Yes.
That's weird. It does seem silly for my class to be disadvantaged on stealth.
Dude, I've had rogues that wear black that are wearing black armor that have got mad abilities and still had disadvantage on their armor because of their armor. You just end up having to buff your dexterity to counter it.
Maybe another opportunity to criticize the rule set, but never mind.
There's many reasons to criticize the rules or what they are, and you're wearing plate. Plate tends to be shiny.
Yeah, the plate kind of makes sense, but it sounds like it goes beyond that.
It's difficult to move stealthily. Restricted. Anyway, Medes has moved forwards. Flying through the air is unlikely to set off any traps. Medes has night vision. Am I right?
Yes. Should I do a perception on him?
By all means, do another perception roll.
One sec.
Are you able to see this area over here and down here?
It's within, I think, 60 or 80 foot. Let me see what the distance is. 60.
You're right. So yeah, you can. You notice that the tracks seem to be going over what looks to be a giant chasm. Everything drops off into God knows what below. It is this area here, deep, very, very deep and very, very dark. However, over here is more terra firma. So stay on the tracks, stay on the wood, and you're good. Walk off into the dark here, and you are going to be plummeting for several seconds, and then meeting your ankles in a very permanent way with your forehead.
Yeah, what he said.
The last thing to go through your mind will be your ass.
Exactly. That is
a lift there?
a deadly drop.
Is this a lift?
Is what a lift. This
Well,
thing here,
yeah.
it does indeed appear to be some sort of a lift down into the darkness.
I shall relay this to people before they step on the creaky, rickety wood and stuff.
I mean, there's a rail track there. It's made of metal. It seems pretty sturdy.
It's made of metal. Wow. Maybe I'm related to it.
It's steel. It's of a far higher grade of metal than.
Ouch.
But it's also artificial.
Yeah.
Damn carbon metals coming in here taking all our jobs.
Those damn alloys.
Yeah.
Are they legal or illegal alloys?
Right. Okay. Medes, roll me another perception check.
Sure.
Okay.
I perceive nothing.
Perceive not much other than the fact that it seems to be walled off down here.
If you're pinging in somewhere that's black and you've got a black ping, I won't be able to see it.
You're right. I am. Let's draw freehand in red.
You can click the color next to your name and pick a different one as well.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Okay, over here.
If anyone can see
Over
those-
here. If you
No.
can Medes not see down that tunnel?
I
Oh,
can see
that
it.
was off my screen. Yeah, I can
It's
see that.
directly right.
Right.
Of you.
Okay. Yeah. You did. That seems to be subject to another collapse just down there. Over this
Helpful
way.
foreshadow.
Over this way, it seems to be a tunnel leading off to the right. Left, rather.
Is there a door down there, Trig?
There's nothing up here, right?
Well, nothing. You saw nothing. There's
see the
nothing that
light
way.
on
No,
right
that
here
seems
that
to
looks like a
seems
door.
to sort of plummet off into the darkness that way.
Am I not
Sandy's there
supposed to-
basically saying there is something over here. The smell of blood is stronger.
Can Fluffy follow the scent?
Yes, Fluffy can follow the scent.
Guide him.
Roll a perception check for Fluffy. Okay. Fluffy is sat here sniffing around at what looks like rock, but might not be rock. In fact, he's pretty much telling you telepathically, Cecilia, that the door here, come through here, door here.
Hatia, can you break this wall down?
Made of rock.
Like what am I supposed to do? Attack it?
I mean, you could roll a perception to see if there's another door.
Okay, I'll
Lever.
roll a perception. Oh,
Okay,
Finally.
finally. You notice that just over here, there is a rock just by Fluffy that seems to, I don't know, just seems to call to you as being slightly more prominent than the rest of the wall. If you lean on it, and as you lean on it, put your weight onto it.
mhm.
Is the red down here, by the way? Blood or darkness?
Darkness.
Okay. It's
So
a bush.
I'll
Yuri Kohi.
lean on it, will I?
And the door
Oh,
opens.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, nice. I can click it to make the door open and close.
Yeah. Now you've got the door open. Yes, you can click on it.
This is Roll20's newest feature, doors and windows. In its implementation, they broke literally everything else.
Right.
Roll20's newest feature, epileptic seizures.
Click. Atia,
Okay.
you hear a
Thinking
loud
this is gonna
click as you walk through the door.
I'm gonna look for traps.
Okay, roll me a perception. You do not see
Alright.
any traps. Medes, roll perception. Okay, you notice that where Atia is standing is another darkened plate. You didn't see it because it was dark at night. It was dark in there,
Of course.
but she is actually treading on a pressure plate. You also notice that the room you're in, that Medes has flown into, contains a number of barrels of TNT, a blood splatter on the floor, and a disembodied torso and bits of arms and legs.
I call out Satya to just stand still.
There is also a piece of paper on this raised plinth here that contains a
Dias?
leg. Dais is a good word, yes. It contains a torso, an arm, and a leg on there. Some blood. Looks like it's been used for snacks and planning. And there is a piece of paper there, which I am going to just make visible for you in the handouts. You will now be able to see a handout known as Scribbled Battle Plan.
Would you say that it's a short Dias? Because after all, Dias short.
Why not?
Hmm.
Would you like to look at the Scribbled Battle Plan that you find on the table?
It's very pixelated.
It is.
It's not pixelated, that's crayon.
That is indeed written in crayon.
Nice.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, I have good news. We are dealing with not particularly intelligent opponents here. We may have the upper hand. If we tell them it's bedtime, they might just go away.
Right.
I
That does appear to be a map of the city.
does indeed be a map of the city, and you make out that those are essentially a wall around there. It's labelled. You make out the north and the west gate on it. You also notice that there is a factory labelled F, sort of, and seems to have some orange scribbling next to it. There is some sort of vampire bat next to a bigger building labelled A, etc. And at the bottom it says Vamp greater than Hugh, and then Anne
oh my god.
at the bottom.
So Trig, MS Paint?
No,
God,
I was trying to
why were we even concerned, bro?
essentially
like, we're
trying
dealing with
to-
toddlers.
You're dealing with the vampire equivalent of orcs, essentially.
Oh,
Also known as
Jesus.
local farmers and so on that have been
meth addicts.
that have been picked up by the Reverend and so on and brought
they
there.
shoot up meth by the river.
Yeah.
Did they use farming equipment to make new vampires?
Essentially, that you have don't have to worry too much about them, beating you at chess.
I
That
love how
is-
they've got plenty of crayon colours though.
yeah,
No shortage there.
yeah. Yeah,
Crayon
Good
is a big deal in the
vocabulary.
well,
1770s.
they drink blood. They don't eat crayons anymore, so they've got some spare.
Only the red crayons.
Only
So,
the red
like-
crayons. Exactly.
So like,
Wait, hold on. I have a great idea to deal with this die just stepped on a pressure plate problem, and it's
Yeah.
this.
Now I suggest people clear the area, and I will attempt to disarm the pressure plates.
Right. Okay.
Would it be an idea for me to use my minions to scout the area, see if we can work out how it's hooked up to the explosives?
After picking up the, let me make this very, very simple for you. After picking up the paper, roll me a perception check, all of you.
why?
Back to the routine die.
Why?
And me.
Yeah.
Please,
fine.
Uzalu, you both hear a distinct shh sound, and you get the faint whiff of something that is undeniably gunpowder burning slowly. Nothing
when
visible.
you invade the desert temple,
you
die,
have
you've got to
some water?
stay out of the central block because otherwise it does this in
Hey,
Minecraft.
Guy, you've got a thing of infinite water.
There is nothing visible burning, however.
I
We
mean,
run
what?
in or run out?
Shall we have
Would-
Di?
Would you like me to put a clock at the top left-hand corner?
I would-
Uzalu, are
I-
either of you two going to inform the rest of the party
think
about this?
it's okay.
Do I hear this? Do I hear this thing?
You don't hear anything, Di. You're
Okay.
oblivious. You barely cognizant of the fact that there was a click under your foot
Okay.
when you walked through.
Treg,
There's a fuse.
I-
Quick, we've got to get away. Where do I hear it coming from, roughly, Trig?
You
Can
hear
I
it coming
run?
from roughly the
Yeah,
area
we're
where
running.
Atia is and the room. But not quite the room. At the present moment, it's roughly where Atia is, but it's getting
Can I
further
use
away.
my wing hop to get away?
Yeah.
You can
Di, run.
yeah.
Time
Sure.
to go.
Time to go.
So I can use my wing hop, yeah?
Yeah, it gets you an extra 10 feet per turn.
I mean, if we're running, we can move pretty quick.
Yeah.
Trig, I'm stuck in a wall. I'm not leaving Fluffy behind. He's stuck in a wall. Thank you.
Right. Sandy is fucking gone.
Time to go.
Yeah, I've got a movement speed of like 100 foot.
Yep.
Every 6 seconds.
So I'm going to get to here, and I'm going to look back at these barrels and think, question, if we're leaving, shall we ruin this place for the vampires?
I
Might
think
be about
Are
to
you-
happen anyway.
Are you stopping to wonder that? Or are you running for your fucking
No,
life?
not really. Only maybe very briefly, but I'm probably just going to think better of it. Unless I can quickly fire off an arrow into it, but then I suppose that would rather decrease our timer, wouldn't it? Let's just continue running.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think TNT
Would continue
does
running, but
when you fire arrows at it.
Something.
That's a good point. I was going to fire it at the pressure plate, but then an arrow isn't very heavy, is it?
Let me make this simple for you. You clear the area, and as you clear the area, there is an almighty explosion, and just smoke and dust billows out of the mine entrance, and you look back in there, and it's collapsed. I'd like all of you to take 10 hit points of damage, and for the next 2 hours, you are going to hear
Damage
along
what?
with everything you hear. A shockwave pretty much knocks you all on your ass as you're exit.
okay.
So how
Probably
many
didn't
hit
make it
points?
down here then.
10.
Oh, thank God. Guys, Sparky actually survived an episode.
What happened?
He just took 10 hit points of damage. He only has 12.
Oh my god.
As you
That
make your
10
way,
heal you gave me earlier was just negated, by the way. Thank you.
Yes.
as you make your way out of the area, you get to the edge where Cecilia and Fluffy and Sparky and Archie are, and alongside the raging tinnitus,
What?
you hear
What?
fireworks in the distance. Is that difficult to tell? There's a crackle, 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 bang, bang, crackle, crackle, crackle.
As long as no one's hit, I assume it's not gunshots.
It's too. If it was gunshots, it's a long way off.
Right. Hopefully this is not the sound of the siege having started that we're hearing. I guess I'll say to Sandy, if you have any way to get back to the city quickly and inform them of our enemy's, admittedly crayon-drawn, but still, battle plan, it's probably a good idea to do so. The quicker that you can warn them, the better chance they'll have to defend.
She looks at you, gives you a knowing look, and basically says, "Yeah, I agree. You guys get there as quickly as possible." She fucking tabs it at a speed that is bewildering to anyone. Medes could probably keep track of her for a while, but only just watching her disappearing off into the distance. The only way you could do that was for gaining height and so on. But yeah, she is heading off.
Damn, she faster than Cecilia.
Yeah.
Is she faster than Fluffy's fireball?
How fast did we say Fluffy's fireball was?
60, I think.
60 what?
I'm not casting it. I think it was 60 feet per round or something.
That's the same speed as Meady's then.
Pursuing her quicker than that.
Because I know I could just about outrun it.
You could just about outrun it. What are you per round? You're like 120 feet per second per round, aren't you?
No, I'm 50. 50
You're
move speed.
That sprint? Oh yeah, she's way faster than 50.
Yeah, because it's 100 at sprint.
I think we worked this one out before. The
Yes.
vampires at full sprint when they really fucking go for it are ridiculous.
I think last session we calculated it out, didn't we? And you were like, she goes from 0 to 60 instantly.
Yeah, they're about 60 miles an hour. It is a blur. You're talking Roadrunner cartoon-esque nonsense. When they're walking around like humans, they walk around like humans, but when they want to fucking certainly outrunning you on a horse quite easily. But yeah, Sandy's off. It is now basically midnight. Do you guys want to continue? Do you want to call it a day at this particular point in time, or do you want to charge
I mean,
on?
I could continue a bit more, but
Okay.
I could continue.
Okay.
I don't think I can. I've got work tomorrow.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm fine.
Kiki, you have work tomorrow. Do you do you want to push on for another little bit, or are we calling it a night at this point?
I'm happy to keep going.
Tell me when you want to go. I can. There's going to be no more combat at this point in time.
Yes, there's
Yeah,
no
we could actually
combat.
get
I could
some
probably do
story.
another half hour.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
we can do it in a half hour.
Sure,
Okay.
you don't want to just use like a level 5 spell slot and we can have another fight.
I don't even have level 5 spells.
Not yet, you don't. But that was a good fight. You've learned some big XP from that.
Yeah.
We did kill quite a bit today.
The young gods and above devil is no small amount.
I think the experience we gained from that fight was far more than just some points on a character sheet.
Yep. Yes, it is, because you now know what you have
Yeah.
experienced it before. It has happened before, but I don't think you guys had put
We didn't know why.
put two and two together.
The first time it happened, it was in a big forest, and we were pretty sure it was something to do with the electrolyzers.
Yes.
All those times we assumed that they brought a demon with them. Nope, that was us.
Yes. Yes, you dragged demons in there. They also did as well because they were casting spells at the same time.
Oh, I see.
But yes, it was.
Even the demon with us didn't bother to point that out.
Seems to me we could certainly use that to our advantage at some point. If we're somewhere with a lot of a target
Oh, yeah.
environment, let's say, we could just
Oh,
cast
yeah.
a random spell, even a harmless one, and then leave.
We're fighting. If we're fighting
Exactly.
demons, it
This
won't
is.
work.
You know what? I'm glad you said because this is
It's
something
kind
I
of
had
what
to-
we did to the
I-
electrolyzers.
I had to fucking hint at an awful lot with the last campaign, that this you can use
Well,
this.
we've unironically did it though before,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
you
that's what
said with the electrolyzers and
Yeah,
stuff.
It, it is quite. You could literally sort of basically run in, cast a big spell, go lol, and run out, and leave Big Nasty in amongst a bunch of people going, "What the fuck?
Run
That's
into
a
a
demon."
battlefield,
Exactly.
summon a Yangaloth, leave.
Well, never mind Yanglord. That's like level 3 or 4. Imagine going in there with a higher level character with like 8th or 9th level spell slots. Summon like a fucking pit demon or something, like something enormous in the middle of a battlefield.
Pit fiends have been summoned before in this, but with this system, so that is possible.
That spell that summons a cathedral for clerics. To summon a cathedral with like what's the name of the big demon in
You
World of
summon a
Warcraft? One of those
cathedral,
things,
but
right?
they're all filled with monsters, like of the fucking damned.
They hitched a ride. Fucking
Literally,
freeloaders.
like Dark Souls level just appears before you.
Right. Okay. I'm going to ask you now. You're heading back towards the town.
Yeah.
Do you want to head in via the North City gates or the West City gates? You have the choice of either one. You could go to the South City gates, but that would mean, or town gates, but that would mean moving all the way around the town.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, looking at the battle plan, it looks like their main force probably will head in from the west. And whilst it would make sense if they were human for us to intercept the main force, possibly, because they're vampires, we probably want to go for the non-main force. So shall we try the north gate? And if there's too many, we can maybe circle around to the south gate.
Great.
Assuming they're there by then, which they might not be. It will take us a while to get back, though. I'm
I
not sure
will
how
follow
long.
him. I have no idea. You lead the way.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
have a look
lead
in
on.
events 2. The battle plan is there.
The
Detailed diagram.
I'll follow you.
Okay, right. You will head in through the North Gate. After it's taken you an hour or two to get there. It is starting to get to be dusk time. But you find the North Gate, the hinges are knocked off. You make your way in and you find signs of chaos, but unfortunately no bodies. There seems to be a lot of dust. It seems quite dusty. Some, maybe no one's swept up in a while, but there is damage and carnage around you, and then you find yourself essentially coming in at a building that you recognize. Spent some time here. You are coming in from the North Gate and you find yourself at Ardulux Mansion. Buildings around it are empty. There does seem, however, to be light coming from the mansion. Signs of a fight, and the door is barricaded. Fluffy is taking the lead because Fluffy is brave and you've had a couple of hours during the travelling. If anyone's got any healing they want to do during that time, not a case of doing a short rest.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah. Whatever healing you've got via potions, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do a bit more healing on.
Okay.
I can offer people some children's blood in bottles.
Where did you get that from?
Healing would be quite
Use
great.
I'm gonna start with this one on myself.
Are we talking about the congealed, nasty, horrible stuff that's several months old again?
I thought you
No, I
poured
threw
that out.
away. I'm talking about the healing potions I made from the virgin blood.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, I'll take one.
Yeah, die. Have a vial of
What
fermented
do I roll?
children's blood. 2d4 plus 4.
I was lose 6 HP.
Thank you. That will, I'm sure, help keep me alive a single turn longer if I get attacked.
Maybe another massive explosion will.
I'm going to take one of my own potions as well, which is another 2d4 plus 4, right?
Okay.
She
Knock
drinks
off
her own potions.
any of these potions that you're taking from your back.
I don't know
shit.
if I have any potions at all.
I don't think I personally.
Yeah, but you might have some
Carry
in the
any
bag of
potions?
holding. That's the communal bag of wealth.
I
Yeah.
don't assume I have such access. But if you have a
Yeah,
spare
you've
healing
got
potion,
plenty of access. You can go in whenever you like.
goodness me.
Bag
How
of
many
holding.
healing potions are in the bag of holding?
It's in the there's a character sheet. Bag of holding.
Okay.
You could.
Dyes drugs menu.
Yeah, I noticed that early. I noticed that again earlier. and it,
Oh,
it,
yeah,
his own
yeah.
character sheet.
it amuses me each time I find it.
Indeed.
So there's looks like there's one greater healing potion in there.
Well, I don't need greater.
There's a pint of opium. You could
Pint
have
of
some opium.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
opium's pretty good.
Measured in pints. Interesting.
Yeah. Is this
Pint
you
of
guys'
opium,
first time looking in here?
Yeah. That's about enough to kill George Floyd.
That's
Oh, we have a lot more than that.
Yeah, there's a family bucket of chicken in there.
I
Probably
literally
cold
have
by now.
one of everything because I asked. Oh god, I have quite the potion.
Hold on.
You conspiracy theorists saying that a guy with many times more than the survivable amount of a drug died because the drug.
Indeed. Many times more.
Kiki,
The,
on noticing that there's a family-sized bucket of chicken in there, you will produce it going, oh my god,
Oh, addiction.
I almost forgot we've got this, and immediately hand it out to everyone that dives towards the bucket.
I'll decline it.
Yeah,
It
Di
is not
doesn't
history
want
buff.
it, but everybody else is literally slathering for it, so you can knock that off your list.
Everyone's happy because they get to have my piece instead.
I have no particular desire to resist this addiction, so I'll just go for it.
The
Jenny
family
poster.
bucket of chicken has now been consumed.
Oh,
Does
hold
it
on, I've got
provide
a brilliant
healing?
idea. Use the Jenny poster, put it on your Pavis shield, and it can be a joint distraction / cover.
Somebody has to fix it first. My Pavis shield.
Yeah, pervasive shield is
Oh no.
fucking split in
Well,
two.
at least now we have one reason to fix it.
Yeah.
The perverse shield,
Mm-hmm.
as Di always calls
That's what
it.
it will be afterwards, yes. One solution for an HP problem is the glass bottle containing 1 dose of cyanide. That'll solve your HP problem permanently.
It will.
Was the shield broken before the boat trip?
No.
It was broken after we saw the colonel.
Alright, are we ready?
It was broken during the Jason fight.
I don't
And
remember breaking it.
the first one. One where
Uzalu, do you
went
need a
mad.
potion?
Need no. I'm on 42 out of 60. I'm okay.
I'll keep
I'm not a
I'll
tank
keep
anyway.
it till when we like really need them.
So,
Sure.
given it's been a bit of time since then, can I do a tinkering roll to see if I've had a chance to fix it?
Nope, not at this point in time. I am not doing
Just,
retcons. You can
just-
do that in the future.
Just take
He's so
some
nervous
opium.
about the battle, he's having a quick tinker.
Yeah, Uzalu, we've got plenty of opium. You can take that. That's healing. And
Oh, is
we
it?
can get more from the colonel.
Just fucking inject his shoulder with opium or something.
Can I do that? Can I make opium darts for long range
Oh
healing?
my god, what did I say?
Yes. Yes, you could make opium darts for it's not healing so much as pain killing. It's a very temporary measure. It will keep you
Make
upright.
someone addicted.
Yes,
Each one
you could.
loaded with 0.05 Floyds of opium.
Yes, you Jesus Christ.
You know,
You could use it as a method of control as well. You could definitely get someone pretty fucking addicted
Oh, you could
that
go
way.
really dark with it. Yeah, get
Yeah.
them hooked on heroin and be like, "Oh, you want your hit here? Then do this for me," and then
Uh-huh.
make it real fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Super effective combination with a knee.
I mean, Dai's character, you can already do that with sex, so there's not really much
Gives
need.
gives vulnerability to knee.
Alright, roll to breathe. Oh, critical failure.
Failed the death saving throws.
That'd be great.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, are we ready?
Fortunately, Susan's not watching anymore.
Yes.
Come on,
Isn't-
guys.
Fortunately,
Come on.
indeed.
Her far worse former underling is.
Yes.
Fuck
Yeah.
off, Neil.
Which
Oh
way
God,
are we
it's
going, lads?
Speaking of kneeling.
Neil. Yeah,
Yeah,
indeed.
we were just talking about the new CEO. What are you talking
Yeah.
Right.
about? Neil on his neck, Mohan.
Is the door open?
That isn't a door, that's a window, but the door is not open. The door is, in fact, barricaded. The door is, of course, over here, where you went in before every time you've used it.
You
I
sure
mean,
we
we
didn't
could-
take any other opium? I feel like our IQ
we-
has dipped.
We could just break the window and go in.
You want to break
if
the
the siege-
window of
If the siege
Ardulac's
hasn't
fucking
started
place.
yet-
Okay, I know, guys. Listen.
I mean,
you
Dai,
know- you
we
make the
could either
decisions.
walk for like 3 seconds to the door, or we could smash his manor apart.
All right, well, make the
we have
decision.
important news for
I-
him.
We're walking for 3 seconds to the door.
Okay.
It's done.
Yeah.
What's the
fine.
state of the door?
Because the door is barricaded, closed, but
Oh, you said so, yeah.
it you know, it's actually not overly barricaded. It doesn't look like he's actually that worried about vampires breaking into his house.
Guy, door.
Have we seen anyone since we
He's
arrived?
confident.
No, yes, he's very confident.
They're all bats, aren't they? They're all hiding, waiting
No,
to be attacked.
Can I knock on the door?
You knock on the door, and as you knock on the door, the Baron and Sandy open the door, going, "Yes, come in quickly. We've been waiting for you."
Oh, okay.
Sure, I'm glad you didn't try to break through the window. You'd have set off the wards that have fried you like a potato.
Yeah, I
Look,
would
we would
never.
never
I,
even
I
consider
would.
doing that.
Yeah, yeah. Why would you even bring that
No.
up?
The use of we there is slightly conditional.
It's fortunate we're not stupid.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
thing we didn't have any of that opium.
There's everything's fine.
Mhm.
We're not being weird. You're weird.
The parents just listening to all this, like, I'm picking up something, yeah, some hint that they may not be telling me everything.
I assume they're leading us to the normal room. Or...
No, he's leading you into the hallway, where
Aaron, what
he
is the
and
plan?
he and Sandy are picking up various pieces of equipment, crossbows mainly, and going. We're holding them in the main square. They came in great force only about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, and we've so far been able to hold them off. But we've lost a lot of people. They've lost a lot of people. It's been terrible. This is you know, this couldn't have gone much worse at this point in time.
Did Sandy arrive in time to show you the battle plan?
She did, and I am relieved to see that we're not dealing with the greatest IQs in the world.
You thought so too, huh?
We do have to worry, however, about Shane, and I've not seen the Reverend
Did
anywhere
we tell
to
them
be
about
seen.
the weapons?
You have
Shane
you
should
have
be
so
pretty.
far actively told them nothing about the weapons. However, they have now seen the weapons in action.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Which
assume
is
Sandy would have told them about the weapons.
no, you kept the details of the weapons from Sandy.
I think I was recommending against keeping.
I know
no,
you were.
I was also.
I know you
I'm
were.
pretty sure I also did.
You actively I made you roll to see if she could overhear you as it was being whispered last week. But you actually did
I
withhold
believe
that
Ez
information.
was the one that really pushed for that.
He was.
Oh,
Yeah.
every
I just never
time.
told anyone.
That
You did. You
said,
told everybody apart from Sandy.
You
and
really
I was
pushed for it.
no, I was actually wondering whether or not he even mentioned that to us, because
I didn't
All right,
mention
folks,
I
press
didn't
one
the
to kick
forest
heads.
you did.
the new weapons.
Press 1 to kick heads from the party.
He was
it
the
was,
enemy
it was,
all
it was on the
along.
trip up from the town up to the mining camp. You were discussing what Archie. Yeah.
I
Anyway,
do remember though complaining that maybe we should, tell them at some point.
it
Look,
was kept from
D
them.
wants
But
to kick you from the party, so
that's
that's all the vote I need.
that's fine. They are now well aware that that they've seen muskets and pistols being used against their townmen, and there's been a lot of loss of life. But as you said, they're in the town centre. Come quickly. We need load heavy. They appear to be.
So we have to slaughter them now? Like that's what we're doing?
You said loss of life, Trig, but I mean,
I mean,
vampires.
Loss of life.
Yeah.
Loss of life.
So far the facilities, the factory hasn't been damaged, but it's only a matter of time before it's destroyed.
So are we going to be able to tell who's who here, or is it like the townspeople are turning as well, and we're not going to know who to protect?
A good question.
We could just leave.
Well, because they've seen it, so
any of your people.
So they've seen it, so it's like if we get there, are we just not going to be able to tell who's who?
They all look the same to me. Kill them all.
I was gonna say there will be. Do you want to go to the town and see? I mean the count. I mean the Baron should be able to help you with that. So should Sandy. There is definitely a barricade up. Dividing the two teams, if you will.
Probably the same way you identify who's on what side in human versus human combat. There's probably some degree of distinction going on.
Yes, the ones shooting at you are the bad guys.
It's like Viking combat. If people are facing one way, they're on one team. If they're facing the other way, they're on the other team, right?
Well, either way, it looks like the only option now is to just go in and basically clean up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, essentially.
So it's not quite as bad as it could have been. You had some advance warning, and they didn't get a chance to turn any of the townspeople before they attacked.
Well, that's hopefully
Small
true.
miracles.
Yeah, they managed to kill a lot. The town's not going to be the same shape
that
as
might
it is.
have been inevitable either way. The battle was brewing, no matter what. And it's a good thing we are getting this sorted soon, because in a few days, they'll have the force of massive demons behind them if we fail. So.
Yes, that's a fair point.
Quick question. So the battle already started,
yes.
So we accomplished nothing by going out there.
No, I've just summarized what we accomplished. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't great, but we did help. We did actually improve the situation. However, I'm wondering.
I don't believe that.
We did slightly.
Do you want to actually know? The issue was yes. The issue was in telling the Reverend of the demons. He ran out the camp and hurried his plans along. Said, "Attack as soon as you can. I've got business elsewhere." And he accelerated the attack. No, actually, it wasn't Kiki that said it.
Oh, okay.
If you go back, it was actually Diane Uzalu that told him about the demon.
I think it may have been Kiki that said which one it was.
Yeah, but it was.
No, because Kiki did get charmed, and I remember
Kiki was charmed. Yes, she did not say anything.
Because I remember it had started that way, but then when Kiki went with the naming of stuff was where I was like, oh, we didn't want to actually give any names. We were even told not to. But I think at that point she was already charmed.
It wasn't Kiki. Kiki was saying, "I think we can trust him." It was you two told him the plan with the demon.
I think Kiki did give him the name, but either way, my justification to the Baron about the timetable here, it does make sense. It wasn't completely a deception.
Yeah.
We did have to hurry, and hurrying his plans along is good because if it had been the right time for him to attack already, he would have attacked regardless. So it is a small disadvantage for him.
Yes.
As I said, he didn't get to turn any of the townsfolk, and we did manage to get the plan back to him in time. So we've actually done not too bad.
Accelerating and before he was ready, I guess. Is what
Yeah.
you're-
And I did figure he might be heading off to somewhere else. I assume he's going to Mount Zion. We'll see him later. But that means that the situation here can be dealt with more easily.
Yes.
So it's actually not too bad what we've achieved here.
The clock is ticking.
Yeah, we've essentially kicked out one of the main villains in this village, so now we just have to get control of the village.
What you
Possibly two if Shane went with him.
Let me sum it up for you. What you have to do is stop the plant from getting destroyed. If you can stop the plant from getting destroyed, and sufficient people left over at the end of the battle, we will count it as a half win. You've not done a completely successful thing because you've now got a vampire on the opposing side that knows you're coming. But yes, as long as you can save the facility, you can save the supply of chicken. And as long as you just, kill all the bad guys, save the fact.
So I do want to ask the Baron. Baron, with the greatest respect, would it not be significantly advantageous for you to be fighting as well, given you're the most powerful vampire around?
He turns around to you with a crossbow in each hand and goes, "Oh, don't worry, I intend to." He slings one across his back, pulls up what looks to be it's not a sword. It is in fact it looks like it's got a sword's handle, but it's in fact a wooden sheath, a wooden stake essentially, sword that he's got in his hand, and he throws another one of those over to Sandy. He goes,
Time for some well done steak.
Yeah, works quite nicely against my kind. Well, works quite nicely against humans too. I've found a stake through the heart. Pretty effective all round.
You got a couple of spare for Atia here?
Hold on a second. And pretty much vanishes out of sight, and then vanishes and reappears, almost as if you within a blink of an eye, and hands out, a bunch of these sort of wooden swords. Essentially, they look like practice swords. They will do bugger all damage to humans wearing armor.
But a vampire.
They have a negative against armor. They do not do a huge amount of damage, but against a vampire, they could do some damage.
Get one on the floor, stake through the heart.
Yeah, is there a dagger one? Like a dagger-sized
You are
one?
welcome to split one in half and have that and use that. They are. He's just got there's a bunch of wooden swords.
I'm gonna add wooden dagger to my inventory.
Yep.
All right, I have the winning strategy here, lads. Not that we're going to be doing this most likely, because I don't think this is something our characters would come up with, but maybe. What we need to do is get some holy water, put it in a bucket, and then heat that bucket so that the water vaporizes, evaporates. And then what you've got is basically a vampire gas chamber.
Not bad.
Sadly, we don't have any holy water, I don't think.
Don't have any holy water. Not sure if holy water
Yeah.
really even exists and is a negative to them in this world. But it's probably worth a try. You could.
If you have a priest in a town of vampires, can you just bless the water supply like you poison a normal?
I was gonna suggest blessing the clouds, so it would be holy rain.
What time of day is it right now, by the way?
It is dusk. They are getting more and more powerful as the minutes pass.
All right,
so to speak.
Di, we need you
Yes.
to grow big enough that you can reflect the sunlight around the Earth onto this area. Can you do it?
I can grow massive, and I'm wearing armor, but I don't know. Do we have a mirror?
We need you to be about 10,000 kilometers tall to make this work.
I don't think I can do that. I can grow massive.
Yeah, it was a bit ambitious. Maybe though, if you got a lens, you could focus the moon's light onto them. But I don't know. It's probably not the best use of your time.
Moon power.
I
Using
mean,
the
you know,
moonlight to set ants
it's
on
not
fire.
the only way your character can exert power by mooning.
Hey.
So should we leave or like and go out on a slaughterfest or like
You
We
what?
had
are.
better.
I'm going to actually leave it at this point. As you notice, I've just rolled a 4d6. That is
Okay.
in relation to something that the Baron has just done, which is this. Which you'll now find that outside the Baron's building, there will be shortly 11 wolves waiting to join him on his and you on the attack.
Inside you, there are 11 wolves.
Oh my god.
What?
Alright, we're calling it there, yeah?
I think we're going to call it at this point because the next bit is
Alright.
going to be it's going to be a combat. It's going to
fighting
take a
and stuff,
while, and so on.
Alright.
So yes,
Good session. Good session.
I think so.
GG.
GG.
Given that we were facing feral vampires with an intelligent leader, we didn't do too badly. We mitigated
Like I said,
their
we
harm
could
quite
have
a lot.
we could have done a lot worse, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never mind, we also had to fight off some big demons that we summoned by
Yeah,
accident.
we killed but the thing is good XP. We killed a lot.
True. Where are we marking XP, by the way?
I'm keeping track. It's basically
Okay.
on a on a basis of various accomplishments. You're not going to get the full XP that you would have gotten from a perfect completion of this particular quest. But the Angaloth fight does pretty much actually offset that because they're not small amounts
Yay.
of XP. So you'll on leaving this place have a level up essentially.
Perhaps after we finished with the vampire line, essentially,
Mhm.
you wouldn't mind telling us what you envisage the ideal completion of this in realistically being.
Sure. We will discuss that afterwards. But it was possible to get here, scout out the mining camp whilst the bad guys were still in it. Either have a fight with them in there, setting off the explosives, killing them in the mine, etc., and stopping the battle from happening, and or getting back and getting Argilak to take out the Reverend and stop the fight essentially from ever happening, saving the town. As it is, the town's going to end up probably quite fucked up from this, with a good deal of loss of people, in inverted commas, in it, which might affect the supply of chicken. We'll have to see how many are left standing at the end.
I do like how you erred away from saying loss of life there.
I yes. I
think
remember
you mean
this time.
re-loss of unlife.
Indeed.
Yep. Indeed.
We call it there.
So let's call it there. And that was fun. I didn't quite envisage having a demon fight in the mines, but yeah, unfortunately they had already left because of what had happened.
Seems like we just missed them.
Ideally, one of the things I thought could happen was something along the lines of after you talk to Shane, Fluffy firing a fireball and you following, essentially seeing where the fireball went, sending meaties up and going, it exploded over there on that mine. Let's run over there. Potentially even setting off the TNT in the process would have been able. You could literally have done it as a long distance shot with Fluffy, if you'd gotten to see Shane head all the way over there.
Yeah.
But couldn't be helped. what is done, and I don't believe you should always be able to do everything perfectly. There's got to be room for error.
We should use distraction zombies.
Distraction zombies are always a good option.
Well, you have to get your slaves, Uzalu.
They're called retainers, Die, not slaves.
Right,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, you with your morality character, right? Yeah.
Yes, and you with your whoring character.
Who doesn't? You're a really bad whore, Die.
Yeah, I know.
I bet you're hurt by that, Die.
Indeed.
You know, say what you like. Clip voice clips aside. Yes, Die. You have shagged
worst,
nobody.
like,
You have shagged
because
nobody.
The thing
It's
is,
a disgrace.
You know what it is? Anytime I even try and roleplay it, like, it's just fucking creeps clipping it and sending it to me over and over. It's not worth it. It's just not fucking worth it, man.
You could describe it in the third person, Die. But
it doesn't help. It doesn't, bro. It does not help.
I think the only times you've actually used the power are on my character.
No, there's been a few times where, but it's just like,
Wait,
no,
doesn't
it's
it heal
not worth
me?
it.
Doesn't it heal me, but gives you something as well?
No,
Oh,
it heals
it takes
me and
health
it
from
gives
me
you
and heals
necrotic damage. Yeah.
Never mind. So if you need healing and I have plenty of health, then I mean, you know, you have my number.
It doesn't do too much damage, which is
you.
why I'm just like, I never use it. It's not worth the action for it. Because I can just do damage with different stuff.
What you kind of want is someone, you know, that heals from necrotic damage, some sort of undead creature that you could.
Yeah, if I could get better healing, but
the white girl and the dog.
No.
I mean, we've already explored that route.
Yes, the white girl is the dog.
That's also true.
We
so
know
you
there's a
kiss
hellhound
yourself and
inside.
double heal.
These are the worst, man.
Painful something.
You
That's
don't
what
even
she
know.
said.
You don't even know.
I have no idea why you wouldn't, you know, use your whoring more actively there, Die. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's not like anyone's recording this, so they can't clip it or anything.
Are we doing anime, by the way?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Starting season 2 of Unlimited Blade Works.
Whichever sub-spin-off of Fate we're on now.
Unlimited Blade Works is quite good. I enjoyed
It
that
is.
one.
Yeah, and then after that we're starting the movies.
I fucking love how he's like, that guy's blonde, must be a foreigner. You're fucking ginger.
No.
Oh, Uzalu.
Fate is okay so far. I'm hoping for a new plot line at some point to be quite different from the rest and for me to like it a lot more. We'll see. D has just been who was that rejecting D to be unmuted? That's Coatrack. There you go.
Of course, it's
Coatrack, I think you still have the name from when you joined us for Chainsaw Man in here.
Did you know that the Black Death is the reason we have surnames? Like they existed before that. Actually, the Normans brought them over, but they were mostly for rich people who wanted